Get funky with that music. Can you hear me too? How's my sound in conjunction with that sound? This is for your pleasure, my Habibis. This is for you to just have a good time, make sense of the culture. That's what we're doing. That's what the drip is. Let's talk about the culture, talk about the community. But tell me if the music's all right. Tell me if you can hear me though. Hello, 4 Hour Life is here. Y'all can hear me though? And it matches up with the music, okay? The Chama says music is good vibes. 4 Hour Life says, what happened to Daily Rips? Listen, we'll do an announcement on that actually. Daily Rips, honestly, I gotta spend time editing. 4 Hour Life, unless you want to edit. Unless someone wants to edit, God is great. Come edit, baby. Love it. Cybertruck says, drop it there! You know, we shouldn't be so happy about that, honestly. We're not supposed to be, and we don't want to rub it in anyone's faces. But, you know, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Hold on. Why isn't it sharing? Oh, here we go. Share screen. What's up? Welcome to the service. Hold on. We gotta check this out. Y'all see that? That's not me saying coronavirus is back. Listen, that's just an extra. Hold on. There we go. God is great. And let's go. Let's start with the headlines. Let's start with today's headlines. We got some major headlines. We got, first of all, special guest Danny Polishchuk is coming. We'll be visiting the ashram today. He'll be visiting the ashram today. But what do we do here? Like I said, we want to bring here the culture, the community, get my mind thinking about world politics. What's happening in the world today? I got it right here, people. I got it right here, and we got the topics ready for the rips. And look, we're gonna be working on our road back to Daily Rips. Jacoby Napier says, I might be able to do this later. Jacoby, baby, you know, the fact that you're here, it means you've done half the editing. You know what I'm saying? Like, editing really is about someone who just understands what the joke is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is about non-working. This is where editing, it's like, we need a way woo way editor. Way woo way means effortless effort, doing, non-doing. It's like you're already watching the show. Even if you did time codes, and then there's this website called DMNTN, and you could literally just put the time codes in there, it would cost nothing, dude. And then the program just edits and drops everything. But then I don't want to ruin your experience either, Jacoby. Baby, you're here. You love the community. Love you. I don't want this to people to feel like I'm just, you know, getting free labor out of you and doing all that stuff. But hey, again, tell me if the audio is okay right now, or if one thing's coming in too hot. Like I said, we got very special guests coming in all the way from New York City. Danny Polishchuk, good friend of the show. But today we are doing an emergency rip. Musk bought Twitter, and the left is going crazy. So that's going to be our top story for the day. Hold on, let me put another. Wait. That's top story for today. Musk buys Twitter, left going crazy. So that's going to be our number one story. After that, we got to talk about Obama visiting the White House. I thought that was very silly. Some silly footage over there. We're going to talk about Madonna's new Twitter video and her new look and her new makeup, not makeup, but her new plastic surgery, what that means for the culture and what that means for the community. And we're going to do that all with my good friend, Danny Polishchuk. You're going to love his insights. Very wise man, very brilliant. You're going to love the insights. You're going to love the talking points coming in all the way from New York. He's here. Looks like he's having a snack too. That's fine. But make sure you give a warm welcome to our, like I said, our special guest, Danny Polishchuk. Danny, how you doing, baby?
Thanks. What's up, buddy? I was drinking a coffee.
Sick. No, all good, buddy. Love you.
Yeah.
How you been?
Good. How are you? I like the fur coat.
Oh, you like this, dude? I got this from Target for like $4.
$4.
Something like that.
What happened to all this inflation I'm hearing about?
Dude, I did the Patel Jedi mind trick, dude. I just walked up and I said, listen.
Did you just do the thing where you take a sticker off of one thing and you put it on another thing?
That's the old Patel Jedi mind trick.
Was that you just put a sticker on a pack of strawberries on a jacket and you go, all right.
I do that too, but this time, dude, I just walked up and I just go, I think it's on sale. I think it's on special. And she was like, it's on special. It was like, I got it for $4.
Nice.
Crazy. Yeah.
Nice
Deal, man. How's how you doing, dude? I love the show. I love the new show and I love the new graphics. It's actually behind us right now. I made
nice. Sweet. The show is good. Yeah, it's good. It's been fun. It's fun to do. Do you ever listen to like Coast to Coast? You ever into anything like that?
I do want to get into that. That's what I'm trying to get into with this. I'm actually here at my digital ashram. You can see out the window here, but
yeah.
I had that footage.
Looks very peaceful.
It's very peaceful. It's a meditation. You know what I mean? This fur coat is very like joyful and chill. You know what I'm saying?
Are you on MDMA right now?
No, nothing like that. But I think that's the goal of meditation, to feel like that all the time. Can you put up your volume a bit?
I can. Yeah.
Or can everyone else?
Okay. No. I have, dude. This is my fucking bane of my existence. Is with my show is audio levels, because I don't have a producer, so I'm always just trying to figure it out myself. Same, dude. It's such a fucking nightmare, because it's like I had on the last episode this guy Alex, and then you know him, he does all those crazy videos where he goes to like the city councils and stuff.
Alex does that? I saw the video where it was you and the guy. He was wearing, I think, a red hat, and then then you're calling. Like, I like that you do call-ins too on your show. And the show, by the way, is called Low Value Mail on YouTube. We'll post a link to that in a second. But you had someone call in, and then they were like, "Hey, I want to go on a date with you." Like, they just
that was just like some crazy chick who was just watching or whatever. I don't know. She
really not even a plant, eh?
No plans. She seemed a bit off, but no, he does. You ever see those where like his last one got like 10 million views on Twitter? Like, it's huge. He goes to these city councils and he does these raps and stuff, and it's he's fucking. He does these like crazy, he does these just like crazy raps and shit. Some of them are very funny. Like, some of them are really funny.
Share videos,
and they do so well because people are like, "Is this real?" Like, people legitimately are just like,
I got to see this. What is Alex? What's his last name?
Alex Stein. I would be shocked if you haven't seen any of these. Just, it would have been hard to miss them if you spent any time on Twitter.
Should I do rap?
No, just type in Alex Stein on YouTube or fucking.
Yeah, this guy was on your last episode.
He was on the last episode. He was in New York, just like randomly.
Ladies and gents, welcome back.
He calls himself Primetime Stein.
Primetime Alex Stein, yeah. He calls himself Primetime because he's from Dallas and he used to play football when he was in high school. That's more of a joke, but he's been. You've seen him for sure. He was on Tucker Carlson like 2 weeks ago.
I did not recognize him when he did your show. I thought it was just some random dude. Hold up, let me share this. This is good. This is the kind of top quality guests that come into.
No, he was the first guest ever. We never had he was the first ever guest.
Oh, really? But then you just have call-ins, right?
Yeah, and then it's just a call-in show. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, let's.
He's really funny, but he's a lunatic.
He doesn't come across. He comes across such a nice Jewish boy.
He's not Jewish. He's not even Jewish. His just last name's Stein.
Wow, sorry for stereotyping. Did you get it?
Well, he said everybody says, like, "Are you Jewish?" He goes, "My grandfather was Jewish," but he's not Jewish.
Dude, he won't give it. If it's father, it doesn't count. To be Jewish,
not even his father. It's his grandfather. So it's like it really doesn't count.
Right. It's double removed for Jewish.
Yeah,
exactly. The first one is Alex Stein.
So sick, dude. I love it.
I
actually haven't seen any of these, but people have sent them.
Hello, Council. My name is Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I have a little presentation for you today. I have a little audio accompaniment, but I want to take a moment to think about the people of Ukraine and what they're going through. So I prepared a little song for them. Let me turn this on. I really want to try to help the people out there. Okay, guys? So let me just get it going. They call me Primetime 99 Alex Stein. I hope you guys like flavor. Come on. Prime time. 99 on the grind all the time. Go insane for Ukraine. A bullet in 10 frames. I'm time. Always on the grind. Always got to shine. And you know it's no lie. What? Oh, excuse me. Come on, audio.
This is amazing, dude. This is so relatable. audio issues too. Oh my God.
Well, that's why he thinks it went so viral, because it was like clipping, so it just seems so real. I mean, it is real in that the sense that he figured out one of the ultimate hacks where he goes to these city council meetings, right? But like they videotape them and record them, and then so he's like all the production's taken care of. He's like, I just show up, I troll these city council meetings, and then I have this like high quality produced video of fucking with them, and they can't really do anything because it's like his legal right to go to a city council meeting and like say his fucking give his 3 minutes or whatever, you know?
That's so sick, dude. That's what we
Very
even got to
funny.
do for our podcast. I feel like. How's it going though with low value mail? I like the call-in angle that you're doing, but it does seem like
well, that's
YouTube. It's like the podcast is good, but then we need publicity stunts, and this is a banger publicity stunt. Glad you showed that to me.
well, this guy is just like, he's a troll. Like he really fancies himself like a Andy Kaufman type of guy where he goes and does these crazy things in person. I don't do anything like that. But he was just in town, and what's that?
Miracle. Since I became a loving kindness coach, I'm a loving kindness. I teach loving kindness, right?
I've seen that. I don't know what that means.
It's a meditation. It's a form of meditation. It's the Buddha's most powerful technique. Sir, I studied it at Harvard X Online University, and
you say the Harvard. You say you have the pause in the Harvard X, like you would Emmy nominated. Like how you had you give the little pause. So for like one, where you go, you went to that's cool though.
The crazy thing is nobody says like, hey, it doesn't count. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it for sure counts. I mean, dude, you can go just do MIT right now, like for real.
Yeah,
you can literally just like go fucking get a degree at MIT. Like they won't give you the degree, but you can do the entire course.
Well, $50 they give you the degree. Without 50, you can just take the class, audit the class.
This is for the Harvard X, but I'm saying that's with whatchamacallit, with fucking MIT or whatever.
Sick, dude. How's the call-ins? How do you get call-ins? Because I want to do more call-ins too, dude.
How do I get call-ins? People call in. I don't know.
Oh, that's it. You just post a number. It's on you just post it on YouTube, or like where you just posting it on
it's like, because we have a big Boys Cast is like a pretty big podcast now. So it's just like fans, and then people just kind of find out about it, and then like Alex tweeted it when he was on. He's got a pretty big following. So then, but it's pretty cool because like I was worried when I started doing it, that I was like, because there was nothing worse than being like, hey, I'm doing this call-in show, and then you get fucking 2 call-ins, and then you go, all right, I guess. And I answer emails and stuff. So like, of course. I mean, dude, I was like, I don't know if you ever remember doing fucking any shows at Sirius XM in Canada where you'd go in there and then they'd be like, all right, the phone lines are open, someone call in, and like just no calls, and you're like, ugh. But anyways, no, it's kind of like hit a bit of people like it because it is like people just love talk radio, man. I love talk radio.
I do too. I actually
I love talk radio. It's the thing I miss the most about owning a car, because when I moved to New York, I got rid of my car because it's pointless to own one here. And honestly, just like that was the thing I missed the most about owning a car, was I was just listening to talk radio all the time.
Yeah, dude, I love talk radio. I grew up listening to, my mom would listen, like not on purpose, but she was on the conservative channel for other shit. And then they would have these guys that are like, they would always have one guy who's like hard, like his call-in show will be something like, well, the Muslims are taking Europe, but our guys are getting canceled over here. Call in.
Oh yeah, like the really like aggressive.
Like, yeah, he'll cover show like news like that and be like, it was a lot of like Muslims are taking Europe. Like they have
year was this?
And our boys are having a dog. They got a little dog.
Yeah, what year was this?
Culture call in right now, and then he gets people to call in.
Yeah. But anyways, people just like talk radio. I was saying to Ryan, like, there's very much this element where everybody has an opinion about something.
Yeah.
And very few people actually have any sort of public forum to give their opinion that like people will listen to.
Yeah, why not, dude? It's
so people like it, and it's fun. And then we get I want it to be kind of like coast to coast, where I just get like you get some cool ones, you get some wacky ones, kind of run the gamut.
Yeah. I feel like I could become like a radio meditation show too, because it's like they have these 3 a.m. ones, and you can go overnight. And a lot of meditations, they're just like you play music and you read poetry, but the poetry's tight.
But you got to do it at 3 a.m.
Well, I think it seems like there's always been a market for that. Like, have you ever seen the talk radio shows? Okay, so like when you were listening to talk radio, who did you listen to? Because I listened to a lot of like alien.
I
shows.
listened to like Alien, like Coast to Coast. That's like the big one. Like Coast to Coast is like, I think it's one of the biggest radio shows in America. I think it's number two syndicated like radio show in America, behind like fucking Rush Limbaugh or some shit. And then I listened to a lot of like sports talk radio. I liked when I was living in Toronto. I listened to sports talk radio. I would listen to just whatever. Not like I didn't listen to a ton of stuff. I like NPR when I'm driving in America.
I like NPR too. I find they do a good job.
They have some, some stuff that's good. Some stuff is not really. I guess it's closer to a news show. I think the CBC makes some of the worst shit on earth, but the radio is good.
Radio's so tight.
Yeah, CBC radio. I mean, this is not a popular opinion, but Gian Gomeshi was literally ideas. Yeah, like Carol Off or whatever. But like Gian Gomeshi before the. I mean, regardless of the scandal. I mean. Well, whatever. It's like, I don't know. His show was good. He was a piece of shit. I don't know. Like, the show was good.
So for people who don't know Gian Gomeshi, he was like this Canadian super lefty. Like, he would open his show.
He got the ball rolling on the Me Too thing.
What's that?
He kind of got the ball rolling on Me Too.
You think he was that influential? I guess he was a huge.
No. I'm not saying he got the ball rolling in the sense that people. No. I mean, it was Donald Trump that truly got the ball rolling. His election was, and then the Women's March, and then that's when things really went, parabolic. But
2016, I feel like Hillary.
I mean, it was literally Trump wins the election. They go, we're protesting the election. We're doing the Women's March in Washington, D.C. And that's when it fucking went like it was. I think Cosby was before that. So it was Gian Gomeshi in Canada. Then Cosby happened. And then, but the Women's March was when just the dominoes started to fall like one after another, where it got really quick there.
Yeah, that's when they got.
That was when like Charlie. That's when they got like Charlie Rose and fucking like Garrison Keillor and all these people, and you're like, what the fuck?
I can't believe they got Al Franken. Did you see the whole Al Franken story? How they canceled him?
Of course, he's doing stand up right now in New York.
That's amazing. Yeah, he's back. No, honestly, even the people who canceled him, I think were like, yeah, we overreacted on that one.
Well, again, it was at the time. It was it was a scorched earth kind of policy where they go, we're knocking off whoever for whatever, and we'll deal with it later. And like, he's back. I mean, Aziz at the time, like that's how crazy it got. Where Aziz Ansari was like, literally, somebody goes, "Yeah, I went on a date that wasn't great," and they go, "We should end this guy's life."
So stupid. How embarrassing when like 2 months later his comedy special comes out on Netflix, and then you just feel stupid, right? Like if you're like,
well, I didn't feel stupid because I was one of the fucking guys who at the time was, I was like, this is crazy.
Not you, but like you talked some 20-year-old girl into like, oh, it was a bad date, and you should write an article about it. And she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, it was.
And it was anonymous too. It was an anonymous article, and literally she's like, yeah, he took me out for dinner, and we had consensual, not even sex. Maybe they had sex. I don't know. But she's just like, yeah.
Consensual, but basically he didn't call her back. Like he was just like, whatever, I'm famous.
Yeah, she just was like, he was like a little like pushy about wanting to have sex with me. And you go, all right, well, if that's a crime, I'm fucking Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, I mean, when you're 20, it's like you have no game at that point. It's not like, I feel like now if someone
he was fucking 35. It was him.
Right,
he wasn't 20. She was 20. She was just mad because I don't know. I mean, again, I don't even think
she was mad because he didn't want to date her. He just
yeah.
That's the real issue.
He took you out on this nice dinner and all this stuff, and then like, well, he didn't do anything. Like she was like, at one point she says, "Oh, I want to stop," and he goes, "Okay." Like she didn't ever say he was. It wasn't even like push. She didn't even say she was like pushy or anything. It wasn't even that.
No, it wasn't even that. I think it was just
no.
He like you use
your position. He just was like. Yeah, exactly.
And
she's like, "Oh, a famous guy fucked me, and I didn't like how it went." And
she was like, for sure, I didn't just fuck a brown guy, because apparently, like, no, like, like she's like, "What do you think? I was just gonna fuck this 5'2" brown guy? No way, it was something."
Amisha, you get me in trouble here.
I
can't be on podcasts that say stuff like this.
Really?
No, I'm
like
kidding.
It's fine, dude. Honestly, the whole thing just seems over now. I feel like you can just say whatever the fuck you want now. I don't.
Well, I mean, it's not, but it's just you just. What's that?
It's almost like if you get canceled, it's like almost like a shout out.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, you definitely cannot say whatever you want, but it depends who you're beholden to, really.
Right. All right,
Dude, we have friends who work at the CBC. They cannot say what they want.
No, they can't. They feel weird going back. But this is very
Going
interesting.
back. That's, you know. I mean, dude,
No,
in Canada, especially living in America, like the scope of things that can be said in Canada is definitely much narrower than America.
Yeah, you know what we got to talk about later too is the
You should call into Low Value Mail sometime, by the way. You can promote your thing.
Call in, dude.
You can promote your thing. Well, I'll put your picture up.
Call in. I'll do a call in. It's fine.
Absolutely, dude. Kevin Soldo called in. He was talking about how he got all these fines for fucking not quarantining. He got $18,000 in fines. JJ calls in. He lives here now. JJ calls in from time to time. He's a bit of a regular.
That's great.
Who else have I had call in? Dan Gyrie called in.
How do we go to the show? How do we call in?
It streams live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Just search Low Value Mail, MAIL, not MALE. Low Value Mail, and then there's a phone number, and you just call in. I have a phone, and it's just
so the play on words is you're a low value. Like, are you saying that
I am a low value male? Correct. Well, the initial joke is that. So on the Boys Cast, we discovered. So I wrote this tweet. I can't remember what the tweet was. It was about Gabby Petito, actually, where it was a Gabby Petito tweet that was these women in this subreddit called Female Dating Strategy, where they're basically like pickup artists, but they're women. That's how they kind of approach everything. And
I think I saw one of these videos, and you had an opening with some girl. That's this one, I think.
With a girl. Oh yeah, that's the day. So anyways, this was actually not my original thing. Someone sent this to us, and then I was like, this has to be the opening of my show. But anyways, I wound up in this thing called Female Dating Strategy. They were shitting on me. They didn't like me. And they refer to men as either high value males or low value males. And basically high value males are guys who will just let them walk all over them. It's funny. It's like the opposite almost. Like it's just like guys who will take like the most amount of shit are high value. And then low value males are guys who like want to like split dinner.
Is this why nobody dates brown guys? Because we're seen as maybe like a low value like that? Maybe I wonder. There is a negative stereotype.
Not a racial thing. It's not a racial thing. They'll never be like, oh, this race or whatever. It's really a lot of it has to do with. It's more of a class thing in terms of like,
right.
like if you honestly like if you go, hey, we went on our first day, we should split it. They're like, you never see that guy ever again. That's a low value male right there.
What? I feel like most girls I know who have like jobs.
They're not feminists. These aren't feminists. These are women who are like old school, who are like, yeah, you buy me shit. Like,
this is the conservative team coming back.
No, they're not conservative. No, they're not conservative. It's not political. They're not conservatives. They're probably liberals. They're like fucking pussy hat wearing marchers. They're the opposite. They're just like, look, dudes aren't shit. Women are the best. It's the same as pickup artists. They're like, look, men are the best. Women ain't shit. They're the opposite. They go, guys aren't shit.
The other side.
They're just they go, look, it's fine. They just say, look, we have the fucking, like, we got the pussy. You guys don't have shit. I can go find some other guy. You can go, it's harder for you to find women. So like, I demand to be treated a certain way. And they're just like, they're just very honest about how they feel, but they are very much like, look, yeah, like I want the door held open for me. Like, buy me shit. Like,
these are people supporting Jaden Pinkett Smith in the Will Smith thing. Like, these are the people that first came out. When
for sure,
when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock,
they would be like Chris Rock would be a low value. Chris Rock would be low value. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, that's the play on the word. And then I was like, and it's low value mail because it's just like people just call it about whatever stupid shit or send in emails about whatever dumb shit.
I got you, dude. It's tight. Let's watch actually a bit of this.
They're all the low value men up to during these trying times. Because the high value men, I know they won't shut the fuck up. Low value men, I haven't heard a word out of. I'm trying to think. I want one of those. I want a low value man. They don't make podcasts. I haven't seen one low value man make a podcast.
What a diss!
Do they not know how to use microphones? Maybe that's a good thing. That's hot. All right, I've never seen a man
Ouch.
use a microphone good.
Until now,
Everybody buckle up. It
still makes me laugh.
mail time with your host, Danny Polishchuk.
Yo, sick intro, dude. I like that.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, so that thing too, that fucking TikTok was like the girl's basically saying like, yeah, she's like, I want like low value males, like they don't give their opinions all the time. They're just like dumb guys who just keep their opinions to themselves, where it's all the whatever. So she would not like us. We would be almost high value males to her in this sense. It's not a super tight like system in terms of how they're classifying.
Right. They're not very clear on their philosophy. Their philosophy is a little bit silly.
Yeah, I'd say.
I mean,
so.
I do find that a lot of girls
makes me laugh though.
It is funny, and I've seen these like red pill guys where they'll post videos of girls on TikTok being like wild, and they'll be like, "Come on, guys, just give up. Everyone's a whore. Every single girl is a whore. The whole culture. Look, I have proof." And they'll just show like videos like that over and over again. I feel like a lot of those girls are talking shit. You know, they talk a good game.
I mean, you know what? Everybody's talking good. Like they're just like, look, we want to talk shit too. Yeah, that's what these girls are. They go, look, we want to. Yeah, it's equality. And honestly, I'm like, I have no issue with it. I think it's very funny.
It's so funny.
I'm like, if a girl says this is what she wants out of a relationship, it's like, who's to tell her that she's not allowed to have that? Now she might die alone because her fucking standards are not in touch with reality, which there is a lot of that, where there's girls go like, oh, every guy leaves me, like, and I'm like, am I gonna die alone? And then all the girls are like, no, you're not gonna. Your standards are just good, and you go, no, they're gonna die alone. You just have nobody who's gonna tell you that. Sorry.
Standards, eh? Yeah, no, I've seen that too. I think they like you. The world teaches you. You know, after a year, 2 years, I think you get it.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. You go on the subreddit. There's some girls who are in deeper than 1 to 2 years. They're like, yeah, should I freeze my eggs? Stuff's not working out, and everybody goes, no, you go, girl. You just get what you want. You know, you deserve it.
Damn, dude. That's so sad, man. I remember I dated a girl.
It's sad. Yeah, it's sad, but whatever, you know.
It just goes like,
I
guess I'll never have
life.
It's life, I guess. Yeah, I know. I dated girls like that. Even early on, where they're trying to tell me, like, "Are you serious about this?" Because all my friends are freezing their eggs, and maybe I should just freeze my eggs because nobody's going to do it. And I have to be like, I've had to be like, okay, maybe I should just stop. You know what I mean? Instead of pretending that it's going to go. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah. You basically had you got a conscience. Who's this guy? Who's Barack the Alchemist?
We are hearing a big echo. I think there's a big echo when I share the YouTube videos. I don't know why it's
on the YouTube videos. Yeah. I was dealing with all sorts of nonsense last night. We did this thing on Crowdcast on the Boys Cast, and it was a fucking nightmare. I was hating my life. Honestly,
audio is 10 times harder than freaking what's it called?
I mean, people don't understand. If you don't have a producer, it's a nightmare. Like, dude, and then yesterday or whatever, 2 nights ago with Low Value Mail, so I have another guy, and then he's in a different. You know, I'm running the board while we're doing this whole thing. He's, we're talking a different distance from the mic, so then he's like quieter, and there's nothing. I can't keep track of all this shit. It's impossible.
Weird. Yeah, I know, dude. It's the same issue.
It's just impossible. It's something a producer would do, and you're like, I can't do that too. So.
Well, I know. It's like slowly I'm learning, but then some things, they just mess you up.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. People are cool. They, for the most part, I think people just have to,
I hope. Okay, let's test it out on here, and like, there's a couple of things I can do still, but tell me if you hear double audio. Damn it.
No, I don't think so.
Sick.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Damn it.
Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Holy smokes, man.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Hopefully, man, I'll fix it for next episode. But
yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, Elon Musk just bought Twitter. How do you feel about it? I mean,
first off, he did not buy Twitter. I don't know.
He bought a majority share.
He bought it. No, he didn't. He bought a minority non-controlling stake. He bought 9.2% of Twitter.
9.2, but the reason he bought 9.2,
he's the largest shareholder of Twitter. He got a board seat on Twitter, which allows him some influence. But he, as a board member, he's not allowed to own more than, I believe it's 14.5% of the company. So, but he's not a majority shareholder, and he would have to leave the board if he ever wants to do like a hostile takeover of the company.
Right. He's not.
He has no influence other than a board seat. That's his only
I
influence.
mean, he's pretty aggressive. I think he could do it. I think he could make a difference. And he bought.
Oh,
just
dude,
a
he could buy
part in the
fucking. I
next
mean,
biggest
dude,
car.
he could buy. What's the price of Tesla today? Oh, it's down. Dude, he could buy the fucking Twitter with. It's like pocket money for him. It's nothing.
Yeah, he bought
Twitter's
9.2%,
market cap is like
because
40
the
billion.
next biggest shareholder is like 9.1%. I think it's Goldman
Yeah,
Sachs.
it's
but
no, it's like I think it's Oak Tree Capital is this guy Howard Marks is but yeah, he is the largest single shareholder of Twitter next to maybe Jack Dorsey. I don't know if Jack Dorsey even owns that much.
No, Jack Dorsey's only like 2-3%. I think he's like he's like a broke artist, like he looks, you know. But this is crazy because
multi-billionaire.
I do think he can flex some influence though, because he's never like that, you know.
Oh, 100% he can. I mean, dude, if you're on the board of a company, that is influential, no question. Like he can definitely influence a company on a board, but he's not the CEO. He's not calling the shots, and he has a way bigger fish to fry in his other business endeavors. Dude, the extent of his influence in Twitter is going to be like, you know, you board meeting once every 6 months or quarter or something, you know, like he's not going to be fucking. Now he could go on, start threatening. He could go online and be like threatening.
That's what I mean,
shit.
dude. Because the whole thing is,
I mean, what's the threat? I mean, dude, hostile takeover is not an easy job. It's not an easy thing to do.
But why do a hostile takeover when you're famous and you could influence them? Because I feel like that's more of his move. He's not going to go for the hostile takeover. He's going to go for like, okay, I bought 0.1% more than the next biggest guy. And
that doesn't give you any so owning, like, unless you own 51%, like 51% is the threshold of calling the shots of you go, this is my company now. I say what I say goes. 9% not. So for him to go literally get to from 9 to 51 would require him literally just going on the open market and buying shares, which would cause the price to go up an insane amount. And I don't think he has any interest in that because, dude, he's got Starlink, SpaceX, Tesla. He's got too much, man. Like his other stakeholders and all these other companies are gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you wasting your time on this? This is not important in the grand scheme of things.
That is true.
Of like energy independence, all that stuff. What's that? No, I'm just saying he's trying to like get the world off of fossil fuels. And why are you dicking around like trying to run Twitter?
Yeah, that's true. But then he also does have this free speech angle, and I like that he comes and no tax angle. So this is what he did last year too. He comes on Twitter, and he almost does this like, riddle me this: is it righteous to pay taxes? And he basically told them, like, based off of their poll or whatever, he basically, I think he paid his taxes. So now,
so he's a little sneaky with that stuff because he does these polls, but I think the outcome is somewhat predetermined. But he said of the unrealized gains, but I read because of some stock vesting like options that he had to do this anyways.
Right.
I think he was just doing this poll, but yeah, I mean, dude, he's no single person in the history of America has ever paid more taxes in a single year than Elon Musk. He holds the record.
Right. So he's just going to be a little bitter about that. He's going to be like, what the hell?
He's not bitter about it, man. He's got, dude, you ever see his shit? You ever see Grimes came out recently? She's like, we were living in a $50,000 prefab trailer in Austin. And I just had a newborn baby. And she's like, I was eating fucking like, he like likes living like a fucking poor person. He thinks it's funny. So, and he doesn't own a home. And like, she's like, we need food and stuff. And she's like, I was eating peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's a workaholic, and then he wants them to kind of adopt that lifestyle. I feel like now the system is going to be like, whoever he's banging, just go live in a mansion down the street.
I mean, he's got mad kids. He owns Gene Wilder's house. That's the only house he owns. He bought it to just, he bought Gene Wilder's house because he was worried it would get torn down.
Gene Wilder?
Yeah. Like Willy Wonka.
Weird. Yeah. I love that actor, dude. He's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the greatest actors ever. But that's like where Elon Musk is at. But yeah, Elon Musk is like, I mean, it's good. He's you know, he's just basically saying, why are we arbitrarily fucking banning people from Twitter for life and not giving them any sort of like appeal process or whatever? Like, he's not being like, let fucking neo-Nazis on Twitter. That's not his position. But,
I feel like he's going to bring back
Trump. But is Donald Trump? He might, although that's bad for Donald Trump. I bet Donald Trump that's the last thing he wants.
He's too cocky. Like, I agree with you that it's bad for him, but I think he's too cocky to say no to it.
He can't. It's not. Here's the thing. It's not up to him. But the problem is that he's trying to launch his own fucking Twitter competitor, Truth Social.
That's failed. That's failed as of like.
It's not. It's not failed. It's not failed. I'm on it. Okay. I have an account on Truth Social. It is the biggest piece of shit because we know all these tech guys now who are like in that circle, and they got me like an invite. Like I had an account the first day.
Right. You're right winger. You're trying to backtrack on your Truth Social.
I'm not backtracking anything. It's the biggest piece of shit app on earth, right? But the problem is because Trump is so crazy that in his mind, he goes, this has to be released on President's Day. The app was not even close to ready. I get updates like every 2 days being like, because I'm a beta tester. So they go, here bug fixes. The problem is that if Trump goes on there, he's never posted one tweet on there, right? Or truths as they call it, which is like the lamest shit on earth. But if he went on there right now and he starts posting, he's going to crash the app. He'll just crash it. It's just not ready to go. So, but it'll eventually, I'm sure they'll figure it out. And then once he comes on there, people will be pumped about it. Yeah. I mean, he's the
I don't want to ruin your investment here, but this
I'm not invested in it.
over poorest sponsored Truth Social app and is thinking of getting rivals.
No. Trust me, dude. I know everything you're talking about. They lost 2 executives, blah, blah, blah. I understand that. Truth Social has one feature that it can offer people, and that is President Trump tweeting or whatever. That's it. That's the only thing it can offer. Otherwise, it is the shittiest fucking app that I've ever used. Okay. But they have that. And once he starts doing that, dude, if he starts going and fucking posting shit and then they open up like signups, like they'll get tons of people. Dude, 75 million people voted for him. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, dude, lost by quite a bit on the second one, but like 10 million, like not fakeable. Even though he's still
I like, yes, I don't think he got more votes, or like I think Biden got more votes, but there was some like in terms of the stuff with like, you know, you couldn't tweet about like the Hunter Biden stuff, and like I'm sure that stuff all didn't help him. Where that
that almost sounds a little bit like Russiagate. It sounds like the left was blaming the Russiagate, but really they lost, and I think he's blaming like a bunch of things, but really
no, that was a real thing. You literally were not allowed to fucking tweet a New York Post story that ended up being true. And
yeah,
100%, literally
100%.
Decided by Twitter. Twitter made an arbitrary decision where you're not allowed.
Like you can talk about that.
No.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, of course nobody cares because there's no con.
He's a drug addict going through suffering.
Of course nobody cares because we're not in the middle of a presidential election. But you honestly don't think that a fucking dude, they're about to release. I mean, they're supposedly about to release the contents of this laptop or whatever. And like, dude, if there's stuff that looks bad on this laptop about Joe Biden, you don't think that would have maybe got people to be like, you know what, maybe Joe Biden's not all he's cracked up to be. I'm going to not vote or vote for Trump. Like, I'm not saying this would have swayed the election.
There's so many things that you can use to say that about Biden right now, and they still vote for him. I mean, his rating's down now.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, dude. I don't think people even voted for nobody casted a vote for Joe Biden. They voted against Donald Trump. They were just like, I'm sick of this shit. And but I don't think that would have swayed the election to the point where Donald Trump would have won. But did it make any difference? For sure. It was something.
I mean,
dude, imagine a fucking there was an Eric Trump laptop, and then Twitter goes, you're not allowed to tweet about it.
I mean, but what's it going to be? Like, what has Trump not already done and Biden not? Like, how much more stuff can there be that's shitty about them? Like, there's so much.
I mean, who knows? I guess we're going to find out.
Pick one of these two. And yeah, like, dude, Trump's family was living in the White House. So his laptop, okay, it's bad. Like he's on crack. He had videos with a hooker. I'm trying to find these.
Well,
videos.
No, they have. Well, I mean, one of the, I don't know if this will be true or not, but they're saying there's like stuff about like improper kickbacks with the Ukrainian government because Hunter Biden worked for that Ukrainian oil company like Burisma or whatever, that he got this job making $100,000 a month because his fucking dad was the vice president. and they just wanted access to the future president of the United States. And like, you know, maybe there is some damning stuff there on Joe Biden. Nobody knows. But the fact that Twitter arbitrarily decided you're not allowed to tweet about this right before the election.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Because it's unfounded, and it's like it's not. And now the New York Times even came out and said, yeah, it's totally legit. Like everything that was wrong. And you go, it's one of those things where you go, in hindsight, they go, oh, whoops, we made a mistake. But you're like, well, the damage is done, and you shouldn't be allowed to have that power. That's Elon Musk's thing. He goes like, well, who are you guys to decide this?
Yeah. Dude.
And it's weird because have you listened to Zuck on any podcasts recently?
No, I haven't heard him yet. He was on Lex Friedman, right?
He was on Lex Friedman, and he was on Tim Ferriss. And he you know what he says? He's like, he has a pretty like reasonable position where he goes like, why the fuck do people want us making these decisions about who can say what you can say? And he's like, if we need to have some, frameworks from the government, but he's like, who wants me deciding what you can read?
Yeah. It's actually Zuck. Like, it's such a smart, evil move because it's like totally reasonable, but also don't make me do it. Because they really operate on not doing any customer service, anything. Like, they don't do anything. Like even YouTube, they could just delete your video today and then they won't even tell you why. They're like, sorry, the algorithm decided.
Dude, I got a fucking medical. This is my episode 3 of my show. Alex Stein called in, and he didn't even say anything, like nothing really. And he got me a fucking medical misinformation strike, and he was like, really, it wasn't really anything. Like he didn't say anything crazy. Like he was just like making some jokes about vaccines or whatever. And literally, I got and I appealed it, and I lost.
What, dude? I've been saying that Fauci made COVID for like over a year, and we don't nothing over here. Not
where do you say it? Where are you saying it?
Here, live, and this.
Are we on YouTube?
Clips.
Are we on YouTube?
Right thing last year called "Fauci Made a Banger" virus because I honestly looks like he was paid by the U.S. government. Like his job was to see to do essentially. I don't want to say the words gain of. You know what I mean?
Function,
GOF. Let's not say. Yeah, thank you.
Dude, we had a guy call in this week, and he was like, he straight up was like, yeah, my question is, I want to talk about like the virus and how it was like, engineered as like a bio. And we're like, sorry, man, no dice, not on YouTube. Yeah. Sorry, man.
I don't think it's a bio weapon. I just think, he made it honest.
I don't think that
now he doesn't want to admit it.
I don't think that either, but I'm just like, we can't even talk about this. Like YouTube doesn't allow it.
Really? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, dude, you never know. That's the thing with strikes is like they just come out of nowhere, and
you just don't know. You just don't know what the hell they're mad about. That's why I find it a little exciting that Elon took it over, and then his talk is.
He didn't take it over.
9.2%. Come on, this guy doesn't fuck around though. You know him. Electric cars.
It'll be good. You know what I like to? It's because you know how every year on April 1st. Twitter does the tweet about we're coming out with an edit button, and then everybody goes crazy and they go April Fools. And then Elon posted a poll: should we have an edit button? And he spelled edit wrong. And then yesterday they came out and they go, yeah, we're actually considering an edit button for Twitter Blue members.
Weird.
Yeah, so he has influence. And then the best was their CEO who was like, yeah, well, Elon Musk, welcome to the board. We're glad to have you. And you're like, no, you're not.
Ugh. You have to though. 9.2%.
He has to.
They must like. I know what you're saying about like he didn't buy the 51%, but it's almost like he's too smart as a business person. It's almost like his mentality is, why would I buy 51% with 0.1% higher than the last guy? It'll make the headlines. It'll be like because you can still word it like Elon Musk becomes the biggest.
Yeah, he's the majority. He's the biggest shareholder. Yeah,
sorry, majority shareholder. Oh yeah, the biggest shareholder of Trump. So he gets the headline because he's really fighting with half media, half actual like what you're supposed to be fighting with. So in the rules of the law, okay, fine, he's only at 9.3%, but it seems like very interesting that he went 1.1% above the last person.
Absolutely. But I mean, in reality, if he actually went like the 51%, he could straight up being like, this is what we're doing effective tomorrow. Like CEO fired, like dude, like he could do all that stuff. Go, we got a new CEO, we got fucking all this stuff. That would be like he could actually do that. Like my brother's the new CEO.
This is a civil war between left and right. This is like a race war between left and right in America, though. Because like this is like, Joe Rogan's been kind of calling for this too. Where Joe Rogan,
what, a race war?
No, not a race war, but Twitter. Like he was
that episode.
What's that?
I said I missed that episode.
Yeah, there's a great clip of Joe Rogan being like, these tech companies, they keep trying to cancel us. They keep trying to mess with us. Why doesn't Elon Musk call his business partner from the other company? What's it called? Peter Thiel. They both believe in free speech. They both believe in this. He was also saying like Truth Social is garbage. It's like those.
It is garbage. If you think my position on Truth Social, it's the biggest. Dude, I know fucking someone who is personal friends with Donald Trump, who his family, he's like this billionaire dude, and we were like talking about it, and he's just like, it's such a shitty app. Like it's so bad.
Awful, dude.
They rushed it. It's just, but it doesn't mean that they just need to basically figure out to make it usable and that he can go post on there without it crashing, which I don't think if he posts right now, it'll crash the app.
That's insane, dude. It'll crash all their like,
yeah, dude. Their servers will start smoking. Like,
yeah, dude. I mean, Elon's, and here's the crazy thing: if Elon brings him back, I feel like he could win the next election because he does want to run in 2024.
Yeah. He for sure could, and Elon might bring him back, but then he's gonna lose so much fucking money.
Really? Why?
By the way, if people because he's Truth Social, if he's on Twitter, why would people go on Truth Social to read his shit?
Yeah, but dude,
Truth Social just instantly disappears.
Or is his?
He has a large piece of it. Yeah,
I guess, but I just feel like he's the kind of guy who invests in companies without investing in companies. Like he's like,
he didn't invest in shit. He fucking gave his likeness to it, and they gave him just a piece of it. He didn't put any money into that.
Dude, even when I went to Trump University, I don't know if I told you I'm a Trump University graduate.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Trump education, real estate, investing.
There you go.
This is how I started doing this podcast because my dad, we went to this thing. They advertised it in the Indian newspaper, like how to get rich in real estate. Yeah. I know it's Donald Trump.
What year was this?
Like, I don't know. I was like 20 or something. And my dad was like, "You're gonna be broke. You're an actor. Like, it's so stupid."
I have immigrant parents as well.
I have
disappointed immigrant parents. Yeah.
You think they're like Jewish would be understanding about this?
No,
not even.
Not at all.
Yeah, no, it's a whole course. I went years ago. It was like $2,000 for what you could buy in a book. Like it's nonsense.
Yeah, of course. It's a book. I mean, you're buying the information. You're not buying the fucking book.
But with his other company, like even when he says he's buying into your company, he doesn't give the money after. Like he's like one of those guys. Like he's like, "Hey, I want it in the company, and it's my likeness." And I'll tweet about it or whatever, like I'll write for you, whatever. So I think he could just walk away from Truth Social tomorrow and be like, screw that, Twitter's back. Like, are you kidding me? I need to get.
Well, the problem is, yes, but he has so many shares of the SPAC that the underlying SPAC, DWAC or whatever, that yes, he could, but then those things are going to be worth not much. And he's going to personally lose a lot of money just because he owns them. Now he was given them. Like he was given them, but that doesn't mean they don't have an economic value and that they wouldn't be worth a ton if he fucking, was on there posting and shit.
Here's how he does it. He basically says, "I'm back on Twitter, but everything comes 5 minutes after Truth Social."
Well, the one thing too is like I was thinking about this as even a knock on Truth Social is like, dude, someone's gonna make a fucking not Donald J. Trump account. And every time he posts on Truth Social, it pops up on this account on fucking Twitter. And you're like, because he's not interacting with people. He's just posting. Shit posting, basically.
Yeah. Though that's interesting. But I think okay, so you're right. I guess if he has a financial stake in this, maybe he won't do it. But he comes back on Twitter. I think he can use that to build up because then the other media channels will be like, we're going to go out of business if we don't compete. Like, we need to get some of that action.
I mean, dude, the greatest fucking thing next to the war for CNN or fucking Fox would be him coming back and tweeting again.
Yeah, dude. Oh, speaking of the war, I do have to do a quick announcement. I do got to do a.
Are you sponsored by a Russian company? That seemed like that'd be something you would do.
Hell no, dude.
No.
But I have been critical of the Americans on the whole Ukraine thing and NATO. Like, what do you think of that? As a Russian yourself, what do you think?
Well, it's weird. It's weird because my parents are Russian, but they're actually from Ukraine. They're like the ethnic Russians who lived in Ukraine.
Yeah.
So they are Russian, but they don't even consider themselves really either. But I guess they're technically Russian, but they lived in Ukraine the whole time. They never lived in Russia, because they lived in the Soviet Union, anyways. But what do I think about I think America should. They're getting pushed to get involved, but I think that would probably be a mistake.
What's happening?
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, same. I feel like it's wrong that he attacked them, but also like you don't have to go to war every time. Like there's got
Yeah, I mean, do it, and it's a very much a fucking battle. Like there's a big information war going on here, which Ukraine is handily winning. There's no question about that.
Dude. Well, they have Hollywood. They have these Hollywoods.
Have you watched Servant of the People at all? Have you seen any of it?
No, is it good?
Not really, but it's I mean it's
Zelensky.
It's like Zelensky's show. I mean, if you watch it, it's kind of funny because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like nothing you'd see in terms of just stylistically. It's very hacky, like it's so formulaic, like this kind of thing. But it has some funny parts in it. But I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah, no, he's great actor.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not referencing his current acting.
No. We weren't saying that. But this is Sean Penn saying,
Mish, you can give me trouble.
No, we didn't say that.
Happening. I would encourage everyone involved to know that though it may be their moment, and I understand that, to celebrate their films, it is so much more importantly their moment to shine and to protest and to boycott that Academy Awards. And I myself, if it comes back to it, when I return, I will smelt mine in public.
he said if you don't bring Zelensky on the Oscars, I'll smelt my Oscars. 10 days, no smelt, Sean Penn. The drip.
No, he's in New York right now. Actually, he was at the fucking stand a couple nights ago.
Why?
At the comedy club, because
he's a comedian now.
No. But his this comic I know is friends with his son, so he's kicking around.
I saw him on Fox News. So this week he went on Fox News on Hannity. And he was just same voice. The voice is cracked. Like the people are so. We have to go. We have to do something. I'll smelt my Oscars. First of all, didn't smelt the Oscars, which I think is bullshit, dude. Just melt them. It's a statue. Like if you care.
What do you mean? Well, smelt is melt. It's just I think it's
whatever.
You can't melt. You can't melt something that's like to melt something that's metal is I believe it's smelting.
So do it. He didn't do it.
Yeah. He's not gonna do it.
That's unacceptable, dude.
And then they had him on the Grammys too.
Oh, he went on the Grammys.
Zelensky, not. This is how fucking like just insignificant and not relevant any of this shit is. Is that this dude he went on the Grammys and you're like, the Grammys happened?
I know, dude. You think if someone asked him, he'd be like, dude, get me on Joe Rogan. Like, why would I get to go on the Oscars? Nobody.
Who's Zelensky?
Yeah.
Dude, he can't go to Texas.
No, but he could call into Joe Rogan. Like if that makes sense for him as a publicity hit. Who?
I mean, does he need more publicity? He has the entire, like all the Western press in the entire world. Dude, he has 3 countries that are probably like not parroting exactly what he says about everything. Like, everybody's pretty much on board. It's like, I don't know. I'm sure in India, like.
No, India's mad. India's still doing trade with Russia.
But that's what I'm saying. So India's probably not going to go full like Zelensky stan. China, I don't know. Brazil maybe. I don't know. But like most countries are just like, yeah, they're pretty on the side of Ukraine.
That sucks, dude.
Dude, when was the last time you remember watching Fox and CNN and they were just reporting the same thing?
It's never happened. And even Fox, who usually they want to fight, like Tucker's first like couple of things on this were like he was on the side of like NATO's expanding too much and NATO needs to step back and the Americans are causing this war kind of.
Which I mean, I don't necessarily even disagree with. There's been a few people who have kind of been saying that for a very long time that, if you keep pushing them and, if you try and basically put tanks on the border of Russia, like U.S. tanks essentially, which is what NATO is like in Russia's eyes, NATO is America. So they go, look, if you want to put American tanks on our border, that is a problem for us. Yes.
Yeah, they've been saying it for 5-6 years too, and like
5-6 years, they've been saying it for fucking 30 years, dude. They've been saying it since the 80s.
Yeah, since the 80s.
And in the late 80s, like early 90s, like this is a big dispute, but there was like what is it, like the Minsk Accord or some shit, where they were saying like like Gorbachev was like promised that like NATO would never expand, but it was like a handshake. Not one issue. It was a handshake deal, and then now all these people say, well, that never happened, and well, they go, well. That's what's going on.
Yeah. I guess it does seem to me like just any excuse to go to war because they're just making so much money off of it.
Yeah. But I mean, again, you see what's going on there, and you're like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to it's hard to really side with or be impartial. I guess is the better thing there. You know,
Yeah,
it's difficult to
well, India's been doing hard like pro-Russian for a while, but then when this massacre came out 2 days ago, even India, like the Indian news channels were like, okay, there's been a massacre because the 2 days ago there is like another massacre that happened that they're saying that the Russian troops
in Bucha.
In Bucha, yeah. So India's flipped.
Yeah. I mean 100%. Yeah, it's fucking pretty brutal shit.
He says, but India can't afford not to do trade. To be honest, I guess honestly, India's got to get the deals, dude. If they get cheap oil, my family won't leave the house. They have to have 3 things to do before they leave the house. Why? Gas, too expensive. So,
yeah, of course. I mean, dude, it's like the gas thing is it's kills like it doesn't. You see Shannon Sharp, the football player. And he goes, I don't care if gas is $20 a guy makes $14 million a year. He goes, I don't care if gas is $20 a gallon.
Yeah.
He's just like, boo fucking who. I don't give a shit. Like, that's not what's important is, Donald Trump's not in office or whatever, something like to that effect.
Yeah. Colbert, same thing.
Yeah. And you're like, look, dude, that's not regular people, how they live.
Yeah, I mean, Colbert said, hey, man, if I got to pay $11, I just, if that's what we have to do to fight against Putin. That's basically what Colbert has a, what's it called? I can't believe Colbert, man. Like, he used to be so anti-establishment, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, they all are. Howard Stern. Like, I mean, even fucking, dude, like, if you watch how,
Jimmy Kimmel.
I mean, dude, they're all brutal. But that's what happens when a multinational conglomerate that makes soap, but also owns a media company and pays your check. That's how that's your opinions. That's how you think about shit.
How do you cry though? Like, does Adam Carolla ever say like, bro, what are you doing? Because they used to do the Man Show together, and that show was like, so they didn't give a shit. I'm talking about Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. My thought on the matter realistically is you go, look, Jimmy Kimmel's like, look, I have this amazing life and I'm a Hollywood celebrity, I'm rich, all these things, and all I got to do is just not say these things and I get to keep it. And that's the allure of that, and it's easy to armchair quarterback it for us who are not in that position to be like, what are you doing, man? You sold out. And you're like, yeah, I don't know if you ever like watch the history of entertainment. Lots of people sell out all the time. There's a lot of benefits to selling out.
Yeah, I guess so, but don't you feel like YouTube is a little better than that? But I guess not, because then
YouTube for fucking Jimmy Kimmel to go to YouTube, kill himself if he wound up on YouTube.
Kimmel, he is on YouTube though. They just finagled their way in through like.
Well, obviously every show has a channel, but I mean, dude, if Jimmy Kimmel becomes a YouTuber, like that's a disaster for him. He's not Russell Brand, like.
Yeah. See, but I feel like Russell Brand is keeping it real. Russell Brand went to. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he should go to YouTube. I'm saying like, do you feel like YouTube? You can like with your new show, Low Value Mail. I feel like you can keep it real on YouTube. You can say whatever the hell you want, except for medical.
I can for the most part say whatever I want. I can't say whatever, but I mean, you can't say really whatever you want. Well, you can on Rumble actually. You can. There are places you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But even like yes and no. Like obviously you can't say like in really insane like you can't be like, oh, I'm going to host a white supremacist podcast that's like openly like that on Rumble or whatever. Like they're not going to allow that.
Really, Rumble would stop you, pussies? I thought they were all free speech.
They are free speech, but they're not like just no moderation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like these free speech things they're not like no content moderation at all.
Yeah. No, you got to do it. I mean, you don't want to be like, even they kind of go like, hey, now we're going to look stupid. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, and dude, and then they get their detractors who are like, hey, I thought you were supposed to be the free speech. And we're like, we're not like, they're like, come on, like, we're free speech in the sense that you can question, certain narratives and we're not going to kick you off, but you can't just say literally anything.
I guess it's like, for me, it's like, I just don't believe in canceling people. Like, I feel like, and that is actually against my religion, even that's loving kindness. It's like, you can't cancel because you treat them like they're alive still. So you have to play with them. It's like kids at school, you can't just be like, oh, this guy's a loser, we're not going to play with him anymore. You have to play with everyone. So it
Yeah.
does seem like ridiculous. But it looks like it's all turning around now. Like Louis C.K. won a Grammy.
You think that's a sign of him not being canceled? Is because he won a meaningless Grammy that you didn't even know was happening? Do you think Louis C.K. sells one more ticket because he won a Grammy?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Dude, he won a Grammy for a special he released on his website. He used to be on Netflix. He used to be a movie star. He used to have a TV show. He used to play Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
he plays Yuck Yucks
slowly
now,
make
dude.
your comeback, right? Like this is what.
Well, is cancellation that you have to literally be a cashier at a grocery store?
Is it like
cancellation?
Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's like
is that what it? But is that what it is? Like he has to he has to go to that. Like he's not allowed to exist.
You know what I think is really going to happen is with all these cancellations, they're canceled and then they slowly make a comeback. Now, Gian Gomeshi, who we mentioned before, he'll never come back because his whole audience was like very feminist, very lefty, and then
exactly. He was a fucking wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
he's the classic where you were like Louis was just he's like, yeah, I'm the guy you thought I was. So he doesn't lose any fans. And someone says Spicy Kirby goes, I think he sells more tickets now. He's like, no, he doesn't. He was playing literally, dude. I saw him at Yuck Yucks right after his in Toronto.
Oh yeah,
after in 2019.
I remember
when he played, dude. And he was like, last time I was here, I played where the Raptors played.
Right. But yeah, you just have to slowly make your comeback. Like I do think this Grammys is another thing into the mainstream. Like even if 1 million people didn't watch the Grammys itself, probably their ratings are about like 2 million or 800,000. But it's almost like a signal to the industry that like, oh, I guess we can use him now. Like it's slowly.
I don't think so. You're not going to see him You're not going to see him in like a movie or a TV show or anything.
I guess movie, TV. Yeah, maybe.
Again, it's like it's who's writing the check. Like, yeah, he released a special himself on his website. You can't stop him from doing that. Like, but is Disney going to hire him or Warner Brothers? No.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, and he had a great career like that too.
He was the guy. He was the biggest comedian in the world.
Biggest comedian in the world, and he was like booking these major acting parts that were like so sick. Like he was in a couple of big cool movies. Like you know when the acting career goes to the next level is when you start playing like dramatic and quirky characters in movies.
Absolutely.
And he was there. Yeah. No, it's too bad, man.
I mean, he was. I think he's kind of a good definition of someone canceled. In the sense that, like, yeah, he did, he's not gone. You can't take that away from him. But if you're just a movie star, right, then like, what are you supposed to do? Like, if you get canceled, you're like, what? I'm gonna go make my own movies? Like, no, you are done. You can't take his microphone away from him. So,
yeah, the only person you can really, the comedian has at least this YouTube opportunity to be like sometimes I kind of dream of getting canceled, so then I could just be like, okay, then I don't do all the bullshit.
Okay, so say it. All right, do it. Say it. Say the shit.
Say what?
Here's your opportunity. You know what you need to say. Amish, how many genders are there? Say it. Fucking say it, Amish.
Danny,
say it. Say it.
As a Hindu, we actually believe that God is non-gender binary. We actually believe that everyone's non-gender binary.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's like
the Taoists believe that the Tao is flowing through us. It is a masculine and feminine energy, always changing, always shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Say it.
There's only two.
Oh, that's it. All right, you get what you wanted, pal. You asked for it.
No, listen. Mel Gibson still makes movies. It is a complicated,
Mel Gibson makes movies, but he self-produces them. He pays for them.
Yeah. Well, the Christian scene is big, and the Christian scene doesn't mind if you maybe hate Jews. I don't know.
Well, not only that, the Christian scene, their whole tenet of them is that we forgive. That's like rule number one.
They don't forgive. The Buddhists forgive, brother. The Christians, the American Christians, they get angry, I feel like.
But again, but again, Christians are like forgiveness. That's Jesus, the whole thing, right? We forgive. So they'll accept him, but there's no major studios making a fucking Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think they are accepting him because he's making these banger Christian movies, dude. His movies.
Yeah. Well, he made that Santa movie that was apparently a giant piece of shit.
Oh, he came with that last year?
I think so. Yeah. The Bad Man. I can't remember what it was called. I never saw it, but I heard it was just trash.
Yeah. Well, most Christian movies are like Christmas, and then you just have to have a positive message. Everything has to turn out like Everyone's friends now. Everyone became friends at the end. Yeah, the movies have a very much forgiveness mentality.
I mean, Christianity has it's not even the movies. It's just
but
Christianity.
You think that's out in the culture? I feel like the culture doesn't really do that anymore. They're kind of like pretty strict on a lot of things.
I'm just saying in terms of why he can make movies for Christians still.
Yeah,
they go, this is our guy. Yes, he said some stuff, but we forgive him.
Yeah, we forgive. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
He makes banger movies, man. Even Apocalypto.
No, he doesn't. Well, yeah. He made Apocalypto. That was the last banger.
You didn't like it?
No, I liked it. I'm saying what banger since Apocalypto?
Oh, Apocalypto.
20 years ago.
That was that was 10 years ago. Yeah. That was after Cancel, though. It was like a silent movie after Cancel.
No.
Cool. I thought it was like
that wasn't after the Jew stuff. That maybe after his no, I don't think so.
I think
that was
after the Jew. Yeah. I think he did it after the Jew, after he talked shit about the Jews. Danny, your culture's not as powerful as you thought in Hollywood, is it? That's what
2006, 16 years ago. I don't believe that his outbursts were before that.
Didier Munya Barenzi says Bible Belt Christianity is weird. Didier, you have respect. Don't talk about people like that. How dare you? Listen, all the religions are weird, okay? Everyone has a department of conservatives that's messed up and they do messed up stuff. It's fine, dude. The Hindus are doing it. Everyone's doing it. Sex and gender are different. Leah, thank you. You're canceled. Didier Manyamar, thank you. Thank you, Habibis. Thanks for coming, everyone. Appreciate you. Sometimes people are born with both parts. Wow. They answered for you. Mel Gibson still makes movies. True. Maggie Johnson. Yeah, it's different when you're backed up by a major studio or sponsor. True. Didier Munya Barenzi. I don't know the biggest. What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming. 4 Hour Life. Glad you could make it. Jacolby, beautiful. Make sure you hit the like and hit the subscribe. Hit the like. Let the algorithm know that the drip is here. We're working hard. We're bringing in guests all the way from New York. I got a fur jacket here. I'm here at the digital ashram, this church of loving kindness.
How often do you do these every day?
What's that?
You do these every day?
I did do them every day for a minute, but now I'm trying to go once a week and then edit the clips.
Yeah, once a week is a good way, and then just post the clips.
Yeah, once a week, edit the clips. It would be nice to do a publicity stunt like your buddy. It would be nice to do call-ins more, but yeah, I got to figure out where to get.
I mean, you know what? I will say that because it's funny with Alex. He does these city councils, and then he's like, I've been joking with him because I'm like, he has a friend who does them now, and they go together. And then I'm like, and now you're gonna, dude, because these are like becoming popular, you're gonna show up, and there's gonna be 20 of you guys all doing your fucking thing. You should go do them in Canada though, because I bet you there's nobody doing them in Canada. And dude, you get a produced video.
It's tight.
With sound and everything, and you don't have to do anything other than show up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, can you just take someone's bit though? I count that as a bit. That's like saying someone did a
it
good
is a bit, but it's going to become a genre. At which point, yes, I think it's going to become a genre of videos. And then also, I think there's different rules in Canada. I wouldn't go do it in Dallas. Like, dude, he's like literally his friend goes and does it with him in Dallas. I'm like, it's crazy.
So they do together now. They go together to duel.
Yeah, but it's like he started it, and he's like, I don't care. He's like, do it. Like that's what he's kind of said. He's like, whatever, do it. I don't care.
Is he a writer, comedian, or is he just a dude that is like? No, I like doing it.
He did stand up, but he's more of an actor.
Right.
He was like an actor. He was on some reality shows.
Oh, sick. Okay.
And then he just was like in COVID, he started doing these things. Just like,
oh, funny, dude.
Yeah, they're very funny.
Yeah, you know what? Tucker Carlson covered it. I saw it on Tucker Carlson, like a brief clip of it.
Yeah, he was on Tucker Carlson a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, but you can't just do his bit. It's like I need to write a bit. You know what I'm saying? We all do, I guess. Ryan, you guys.
I'm not saying doing bits like go rap or anything like that. I'm just saying go do the city council thing. He was on Cheaters. Yes, correct. He was a producer on Cheaters for 10 years.
Wow, really? Robert Watkins knows.
Yeah, Robert Watkins knows.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, Robert knows what's up. Yeah, he was on Cheater for 10 years.
Wow, what a great show to be on, dude. Is that?
Yeah. And then he left because he said they promised him the new to be the new host, and then they lied to him and they bailed on it.
That's so sad, dude. Yeah, I gotta go soon, but I did want to show you one thing. Get your thoughts on it. It's YouTube. We're gonna react. We're gonna do a reaction video here. We got Vesa Entertainment, Madonna fans. I actually had more clips of talking, but if it's coming in double, it comes in really bad, even for me editing. So I'm gonna have to fix that for the community. But tell me if this one is even coming in double. But this one doesn't matter so much. Vesa Entertainment. Have you seen this?
No. Oh,
Madonna's bizarre behavior in a new TikTok video has left fans asking if she's okay. Madonna posted a clip just before the 2022 Grammy Awards on Sunday showing the Material Girl musician wearing heavy silver chains and a black sheer top with her blonde hair and her pouting face. Staring into the camera with full cheeks and a wrinkle-free forehead, Madge moved closer and closer to the lens before
What is these YouTube channels? They just like describe a video?
I don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
That's so silly.
turning
she
her
did
plump
this
lips
herself.
into a pout. She recently
Is it coming in double though, the audio?
I can't tell. I can't tell if that's the video.
So, Danny, speaking of getting canceled, will you state here publicly that you think she's beautiful? Huh, Danny?
I would not state that any 65-year-old woman is like, they'd be beautiful for a 65-year-old. She's 65, man.
It's like, why can't you just be your age? It's fine.
It's like whatever if she doesn't want to, but like the one, she's obviously being weird. I'm sure she's weird as shit, but she's all into that like Kabalah stuff. But it's like, dude, the people are like, oh, she looks crazy. You're like, yeah, she's 65 and she's trying to look like she did when she was 30. She probably does, man. She's probably like has embryo blood and she's doing every crazy thing you could think of, every surgery you can think of. And it's like, yeah, it's like she doesn't want to have, dude, she has no wrinkles.
That's not, yeah, she, like,
That's
she
and she has no wrinkles because she's fucking putting so much filler in her face.
Is
to
it filler?
smooth out-
She pulled the skin back. She's got
filler. No, look at her cheeks, man. It's filler.
Oh, it's
They
there's
literally
filler coming in there.
they put this shit in your face, right? And it makes it look big like that, but then it smooths it out. But that's what's going on.
Wow.
Is like she's just jacking her face up, like
yeah.
But like I don't know. She's 65 years old.
I don't know why people can't just be their own age. It's so weird.
Well, I don't know. Tell that to it's easy for you to say.
Yeah. Did you
You're
ever
not
see the
fucking
Star Trek?
Madonna.
It's like, just be Madonna, dude. You killed it.
Yeah, but Madonna is not an old lady. There's no part of Madonna's existence that is some old 65-year-old grandma. She's
right.
a
So
sex. She's a sex symbol. Like,
yeah, but you could show the community how a sex symbol ages gracefully. You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, that's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Someone who's never been a sex symbol.
Oh, I thought you were saying because I look so good.
No, that's not what I was getting at. No.
All right, well, say it, Danny. When can I do
I
this?
don't think I'm a sex symbol.
No, it's fine. No, I'm just kidding. We don't all need to be. It's honestly, it's like not worth it. It's like you drive yourself crazy when you're not hot. Even like hot girls, it's like you're.
Dude, it's like her whole thing. Dude, I mean, did you see who is this? No, who's Jane Fonda's daughter? She was in Single White Female. You remember that movie, Single White Female? Go look it up, okay?
Yeah.
This is what you have to deal with. What's her name? Look it up.
Hold on.
Bridget Fonda, okay? Go Google Bridget Fonda right now, okay? This is what you have to deal with when you're a fucking chick like that, is when you're used to be famous, like really famous. No, go Google it. Just Google it, not YouTube, if you can. Because there's a photo of her and she's literally unrecognizable. So that's Bridget Fonda, okay?
Right.
Go look at that. Look at that.
This one?
Yeah, look at that photo. That's a recent photo of her. And this is what
this
you have
is her.
to deal with. Yeah.
That's
right. But that's like, you fucking fall off as a chick and they go, holy shit, what the fuck is going on with her? And she's like, I don't know. I'm in my 50s. I mean, she probably let herself go a little bit, but unrecognizable. But it's like you never hear the end of it.
How rude to do a story. Splashnews.com. Man, what a rude thing to do, man.
Like, well, it was all over. It wasn't Splash News. It was on fucking New York Post. What's the story is like she used to look like that. Now she looks like this. She's not preparing for a role. Can you believe it?
That's the story.
Yes.
She's fat. What a story. They've just turned getting fat into a story. It's so sad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not good to like push someone into.
I mean, she is literally unrecognizable. I looked at that picture for 10 minutes. I was like, I was doing like forensic, like matching the eyes and trying to find like a fucking, like a birthmark or something to be like, is that really her?
That's so sad, dude.
Yeah.
It's so, like, what a rude thing to do. We had this actually last year. We had this pickup artist on, and his whole YouTube channel, he basically brings up other pickup artists' girlfriends, and he's like, "This guy's a fraud. This chick is a 5 fraud." And he shows pictures of people with their wives, everything, dude. He's like, "This is date max 12 or whatever the guy's name is, like RSD Julian." He had RSD Julian. He's like, "This is RSD Julian with his wife. She's a 4. Sorry, but he's not a real." His whole channel.
Remember the comedian in Toronto, Chinese guy who was teaching pickup artists?
I just did a show with you're talking about Psychitlo.
Yeah.
Dude, what a silly guy. Yeah, he is.
Remember he was, and we were honestly like, hey man, have you ever, like, it was unclear if he had ever had sex.
Yeah,
but he was teaching pickup artist stuff. It was really bizarre stuff.
So
fake it till you make it, I guess.
I guess so. So I did a show with him, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Someone asked me to do a show in Toronto.
Yeah.
Which I don't even feel like doing shows like that, but like it was a great show, whatever. And after I'm talking to a girl, and he just keeps coming up, and he's like, "How do you do it?" Like he was asking me to be his pickup artist.
Yeah, because I guess he was figuring teaching would get him all the sniz and didn't work out. How's Toronto?
Toronto's great, man. I have my place, but right now I'm actually in my mom's house. I made it all nice during COVID, and now everything's open. I'm like,
you're just like, I don't want to go back to society.
Honestly, like, I kind of don't like when I see the grind of stand up. Actually, I want to talk to you about this too. It's like when I see the grind of stand up, you're in New York, you left Canada, went to New York to do stand up professionally. How is it financially, and how is it? Because I just feel like efficiency wise, right? My mom just cooks me food every day. Like at 2:00, I have fresh, amazing food. I've taught her, I've trained her. Like, this is what I need. Whatever.
Yeah.
I almost had sex with someone here, but I've mostly been going outsourcing sex. So like I have to leave the house.
Like you hire prostitutes?
Fuck no, dude. I just.
Oh, I think you said outsourcing. I don't know.
Outsourcing meaning like I
poor
can't.
Choice of words.
Like the tough thing here is that when it started, I was like, I can't have sex here, and even that I've changed though because she's deaf. My mom can't hear shit anyway.
Yeah.
I even put her on my Tinder profile for a bit. Like I'm with my mom, but cooks good food, and she's deaf, so. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's been hard to do it in the house. That's the only thing. It's been tough in the house. Like I have to leave. I actually set my Tinder out to like Barrie and Niagara Falls and areas like that. And I was like dating people out there. I know. It's
going all the way out.
And
so what, you go on a date and then what happens like for the second date? You just go back to Barrie?
No, first date. Oh, this is the system I made. So I was hiking a lot at the time too. So first date, I found a hike in the middle. And then second date, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just come over.
So
that's all right. That was fun.
Yeah. But anyways, what were you saying for stand-up? Stand-up's okay. It's like in terms of like you're saying money-wise?
Yeah.
Money-wise, I mean, like a lot of spots pay here, which is a good thing.
That's amazing. Okay.
Super competitive. So it's like you're not getting crazy amount of try to get like crazy amount of spots, but it's okay. I mean, our podcast is doing great. And
the podcast seems like so much fun. Boys Cast,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Boys Cast.
That's what you put together.
Yeah, that I do with Ryan Long. And then so Boys Cast is killing it. And then we have we got all sorts of good guests and shit, which is cool. And then stand-up's good. It's good.
Do you guys do call in on Boys Cast?
No, but for the first time last night, we did this thing. If you're a $10 patron or up on our Patreon, we do this kind of like hangout thing on this thing called Crowdcast.
Wow, sick.
We did the first one last night once a month. So if anybody wants to sign up for a Patreon, patreon.com/boyscast, and then we do a new episode every week on the Patreon.
Support the community, people. Support Danny Polishchuk. He's over there, and you got Low Value Mail here too. This is sick.
Low Value Mail every Tuesday at 9 p.m.
So it sounds like you're moving in this direction too, like where it's becoming more and more of these like live streams and less leaving the house. Like how many sets a week would you say you have to do?
I do probably 5 sets a week. I mean, I do more. That's how many
Yeah.
I do. I would do 10 if I could get 10 spots a week. It's just like I don't want to go do like shitty fucking shows with 5 people in like
Dude, in
deep
New York,
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn. I remember when I was in Brooklyn. I told you this. I was like, it was like India. Like they had this whole Jewish neighborhood that closed.
Yeah,
up
in Williamsburg.
Yeah, Williamsburg. Dude, did I tell you? Like I was walking down the street. I guess it was like some religious day. So these people kept coming up to me.
Shabbat.
Turn on Shabbat. They kept asking me to turn on their air conditioner.
Dude, I've told this story to people like 20 times about how they gave you the bottle of water and it was already open. I've literally told that story. Like I'm not even kidding you 20 times.
That's great. Dude, that's so silly that they do that. Would you I guess you wouldn't turn on their thing.
I would turn it on, yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to because I'm Jewish though. They need a non-Jew
to turn on the air conditioning, eh? Gotcha.
Yeah, to break their rules because it's like this weird loophole. It's not really breaking a rule, but I think like it's this loophole. But I think once you get a non-Jew or if you get a Jew to do it, then it's kind of gets to be a bit of gray area, and they don't want to do that. So
well, then they screwed you.
Who screwed me? Why? Because I'm losing out on bottles of water.
No, you're gonna get the sin. You're gonna get sin. You turned on the.
Well, that's what I think it is. I think it's like they're both kind of. It's a little bit murky if they get a Jew to do it. So they have to ask you if you're Jewish. I think. Did they ask you if you're Jewish? Well, they didn't ask you because they know, right?
They know. They're like, this guy's not.
Yeah, this guy's not Jewish. Look at those hairy arms.
You guys aren't hairy.
Well, the Sephardim are the Sephardic Jews look like
Sephardic, but over there, you're talking about no hair Jews.
But in Williamsburg, they're like, yeah, there's not a lot of there's Israelis obviously, but you don't really look Israeli per se.
No. They know. They were like, this guy's brown, whatever. Or
yeah,
they just,
exactly.
Yeah, they didn't care.
I've never been hit up. My girlfriend lives in Williamsburg, and I've never been hit up for that stuff.
Wow, interesting. It is like such a like apocalyptic when you're walking through, and it's just all dead. And I'm in New York.
Yeah, but it's a really like a pretty tight area that's like that. Like it's a it's a pretty condensed area that's truly like and they have all the Hebrew buses everywhere, the school buses everywhere that they take them on the yeshiva and all that shit.
That's so cute, dude. Even the grocery store was like everyone Jewish. And I was there with JJ, and JJ was like, "Don't worry, he's with me." Like he kept telling everyone.
Well, he was just doing that to be a troll.
He was trolling, but they were like, no, he is welcome. He is welcome. Like they all.
Yeah.
They made
his money's good here.
His money's good here. Don't say that. Yeah, exactly. Yes, dude. So what links should I put? I think I posted all your links in the comment section. So
links, just you can follow me on social media, Danny Jokes, if you want to, and then Low Value Mail, Boys Cast. We have a new one coming out tomorrow with Alex Stein. We have a new episode out tomorrow. Primetime Alex Stein 99 will be out tomorrow. We have a Patreon episode also out tomorrow. And then every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on YouTube is episode of Low Value Mail. Anybody here listening want to call in? You can call in. You can send in emails if you want me to answer your questions. I bill it as a bit of like a bad advice show. That's how I kind of build it at first. But then I also it seems like people just call and talk about whatever. You can talk about whatever. It's like coast to coast.
Sick, dude. I know I do want to do like as a loving kindness coach, I would like to start doing call-ins like that where people call and ask for advice and ask me spiritual questions. I think that's very powerful. It's beautiful work you're doing.
I mean, it's easy. You just got to get I don't know what kind of sound card you have or whatever, but you just need a board, and then I just get an extra SIM card that I just use.
Honestly, people can there's an invite link, and I just put it sometimes here in the comments, and people will just jump in on the call.
Yeah. So I don't. That's what the Crowdcast thing had, but there was like a 3-second delay speaking to people, and you're like, this is no good.
Weird, dude.
Yeah. It just was no good. But I guess people could do like what I'm doing, right? Like, yeah,
just do that.
You know what it is? People.
Classic.
You know what it is though? People, though, we learned this last night versus my show is people don't want to be on video.
That's true. Yeah.
A lot of people just want to call in. You hear their voice. They might be out or something, not at their computer. People don't want to be on video.
Yeah. No, they don't. They want to be hidden.
More of an imposition. You see their house. You see like they might have to clean up or something. They just want to call. Calling's way better. You'll get way more people calling in than video calling in.
That's amazing, dude. You got to tell me where to post those numbers. But that's sick. Yeah, Yeah, you're right though. I got to get something to make.
I mean, you would just do it on your little, like if you wanted to do it on this show, you just on the fucking little thing at the bottom that's going across the screen.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just put the phone number.
Everyone. Oh yeah, put the phone exactly. So I just got to get a phone number. That's it. Done.
Yeah, you just got to, and you just pop a new SIM card in your phone, and then you hook it up to your sound card, and that's it. It's easy.
Done. Okay, cool. Sick. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no
Thanks for calling, buddy. We'll talk soon. I'm gonna do your show
Cool.
soon, whenever I
Yeah,
can.
call in on Tuesday.
9 PM I can call.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Amazing, dude.
I mean, if
Thanks.
you let me know, because the phone lines like kind of ring a lot, so it might be hard for you to get through. But if you let me know that you want to call in, I'll call you, and then you'll get through.
Oh, done. Okay, perfect. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Danny!
Fucking
Wow.
Amish!
You fucking Danny! You cancer,
buddy.
Danny!
Good seeing you, buddy.
Thanks for coming, man. Peace.
Yeah.
Wow, listen to that music, people. Listen to that music. Can everyone hear this music? Free music from YouTube. That's it. Jam out, baby. Jam out. Jam out. Jam out. How sad that Madonna feels like she has to do that. How sad that people forget that we are all beautiful on the inside. These physical markings of beauty, they will come and go. You know what my mom used to say when I was a kid? Not when I was a kid. She still says this. She's like, why do you care about all these hot girls? When you get old, you're all going to be ugly. Not wrong. Madonna. No, wait. You know what it reminds me of? Actually, in Star Trek. Star Trek Plastic Surgery. They had a character on Star Trek like this. One of the bad guys. Damn. Oh my God. They had one of these bad guys that they were making him out like he was like a fake Hollywood, like a guy who's into plastic surgery, but he was a bad guy in the thing. And he was like an alien. And as an alien, he had to keep getting these like plastic surgery done. And basically what they would do is they would have him on a thing and they just take all the skin off of his face off. And then people would be doing little things. And then the skin would come back and be like, am I beautiful? Like it was like that. And the sad truth is that, no. Death is a part of life. I feel like we don't teach this in the West. Death is a part of life. Didier Munyamar Brenzi says, bruh, say it. Death is a part of life. We teach it in the East. In the West, they don't teach it. So it's always just sexy, sexy, sexy. Until you're 60? I know I sound like a conservative. I know I sound like a conservative right now, but it's like, you're 65. Just let it go, baby. You did great. You're beautiful on the inside. You made beautiful music. Beautiful art flowed through you. You did incredible work your whole life. You still got to be bangable. Like maybe it's time to lean on the Emmys. Look at how I put up the award. Look at my awards right there. 2 awards right there in the background. Can everyone see where the awards are? You know what else I want to do? I want to light up the dragon. Let's light up that dragon, baby. Couple of announcements I did want to make. Yeah, no more. Someone was asking earlier, like, where's the weeklies? Where's the dailies? We'll work back to the dailies. I think we just need to work on tightness of clips, meaning like guest clips, put up, because the tight clips are kind of where if there's any money, that's where the money comes from. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to become like a heavy donation show, because this is a community after all. We want to keep it accessible to the whole community, make sure that people can come in, have a chat, learn about loving kindness, learn that, they must love each other, and that's it. And I feel like we did that today. We really hit those points. You know what I mean? It's too bad the culture is fighting so much. Also, that Elon Musk bringing back Trump, like, that's so silly. That, it's weird when people fight, like in real life, when people hate each other so much that they're like, I'm not talking to them. And then there's like a party or thing and they go, are they coming? Okay, well then I can't go. I'm not talking to them. That's what it is. It's so petty. It's like, just tell people what is on your mind. Say, this is what bothers me. I don't like it. And then I guess at that point, you just got to cut them. Why have negative people in your life? But don't make everyone else. Like, what is this thing of like, I got to go tell everyone else not to talk to them? It's ridiculous. Oh, there it is. Look at my little dragon. Look at my little dragon. So that's a new addition to the show. Oh, yeah, dude. Smoking a doober. He's having a doob. But yeah, no, so that's why I wanted to just do the show today, do an emergency rip. Talked to Danny yesterday, saw his show. It is actually hilarious. Make sure you check out his show, Low Value Male. Oh, it's so funny. And it's so funny that he had that girl off the top. Let's watch that again. Actually, I do want to show you. I feel like the John Anthony lifestyle always gets a laugh. No disrespect to John Anthony lifestyle. Last thing we need is a drip video where he's just ripping us. But dude, for a long time, like look at this. Myron exposed again. YT Live. When he says exposed, a lot of these exposed, dead wrong. You know why he dead wrong? You go into the video, 9 times out of 10, he finds them with a girl and he's like, not hot enough. Wrong. He justified it to us. He basically told us that, like, if you're in the pickup game, you can't be with a 4. And marry a 4? Unacceptable. And then look at him showing the receipts right there. Well, you know what? I don't know. Oh, more receipts? Damn, John Anthony. Spencer's guru. Wow, that's so interesting. I can't believe they did this to Bridget Fonda like that. That's so rude. She used to be hot, and now look at her. Come on, this is news? Once the most beautiful gal in Hollywood, we caught up, and guess what? Why is this a news story? This is offensive to me. It's so rude. Like, why? I guess anything to get the hits. Anything to get the hits. This is the media empire you build, and then you wonder why Trump can take it over in 2 seconds. And you got to do the ban. You don't look at yourself, Hollywood, and see what a sinner you are, Hollywood. You're the sinner too. This is rude, man. First, bigging it up. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Bridget Fonda, like, I think she played a sex worker when she was 12, which is interesting. It's cool, but it was also like I've heard that there was some weird stuff on that set, maybe. But regardless, Hollywood, full of these sinners, they say they love women. Look at this. They build them up, and then at the end they go, oh my God, we caught up with Bridget Fonda. Look at her now. What? Imagine this was your job. Come on. Bridget might be on medication. Yeah, there you go, too. That's it, too. Maybe on medication, and we're just going to rip her like that? Honestly, this is what I hope, Robert Watkins. Bridget is probably happy and in a fulfilling relationship. I want them to talk to her, and she's like, hey, yeah, no, it's me, Bridget Fonda. I'm actually happy now. It's worth it. Oh, you think I missed when everyone was trying to bang me and trying to grab me and shit? No, I'm good. I'm with this guy who loves me for who I am, and I'm in love, and we are in love and loving kindness. Why not? That was Jodie Foster, who played a taxi driver who played a 12-year-old prostitute. Natasha Razor on top of shit. Thanks, Natasha. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Natasha, thanks for coming in. I saw your message on my Instagram account too. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's great. For our live please review, Ian Stevenson. Amish. Well, let's take a preliminary look right now. Ian Stevenson. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to call in, I'll put the thing here, no pressure. Because last time I was just editing the video from last time, and I saw that I said that we could do a call-in, and then I never had time to do a call-in. But also I did want to say, yeah, I got to start editing the videos. Editing and keeping clips like lean and tight. But really, the editing is where it grows. That's where the shorts and the editing is where we're going to get new people. And I was giving it to a guy, and he's a great guy, and I don't want to say whatever, but he's in India. Like, it costs money, right? And that's why at the beginning of the episode, who did we have? Japier Nicolby? Oh my God. Jacolby Napier. Jacolby Napier was saying earlier, like, maybe he could help with editing. Honestly, Jacolby, like, I would love that, but it can't take away from your experience of watching the show. But honestly, the best way to edit, the best way to help is to genuinely listen to the show and just be like, oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight. We almost got to think of like each clip from the drip. It's almost like, you see me here. I'm here at the digital ashram. Y'all know I'm here at the digital ashram. Hold on. We're going to get back to Ian Stevenson in a second. But y'all know that I'm here at the digital ashram, doing this service, trying to remind the community about loving kindness. Trying to remind the community that you need to have love in your heart. We're here, right? At the digital ashram. You can see the window out the window right there. Yeah, we got a dragon here. It's very beautiful. That's the ashram. Some shots from the outside. Got a drone out there just checking it out. What a beautiful. I still can't believe that this whole bottom area, I didn't know I was getting it. I didn't know I even paid for it. But Ed Lachinsky, he just delivered on this. Like, there's like he made like the whole cave paintings down there. So like I said before, I mean, most of you know this, but this is our digital ashram. Ashram. It is a church of loving kindness. You know, you can see the source coming in. It's making these rocks float. I shouldn't have put my certificate on top of this shot, actually. That was a mistake. But it'll go in a second. See, you see that? Look at that. What a beautiful ashram. We got something flat. We got a drone flying around there. Out there showing us the ashram. We got some good drone footage of the ashram. But yeah, you know, like, we're trying to build this digital ashram. It's a church of loving kindness, right? We don't want to turn into a cult here. We don't want to turn into nothing crazy. But if you like the show, make sure you hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends. Donation would be nice. But you know what? I'm just going to open up the monthly donation. So yeah, I just saw someone's channel and they just did a $5.99 one per month one-time thing. I think $2.99, $3.99 is fine. Danny actually on his channel was saying that he just did a $1 Patreon. So I'll be sharing the links to the so soon we'll have YouTube, Patreon, and that's why, again, we can't do 5 days a week right now. I gotta like do the episode. I gotta like write the episode proper so that I'm going in. It's like rip. It's really, we want to go for a reaction clip kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, we want each of our topics to come out almost like a reaction clip. And I feel like the Putin saying that he got canceled, I feel like that was like a bit of a reaction clip last week. So I edited that when I put it online. It did have double audio, unfortunately. So sorry about that. That is so annoying. But you know what? This is what we're doing. We're learning as we grow, and we're growing as we learn, and God is great. Let me share this screen with you so we can check out this Ian Stevenson real quick. And then I think I'm going to call it. I think my mom made me some food downstairs. And quite frankly, it looks delish. You know what I'm saying? It smells fantastic. It's like, why leave? You know what I'm saying? What a dream. What a dream to have a congregation large enough to support this ashram, to support this digital ashram. What a dream that would be. And also, I think honestly, my mom wants me to live here so bad that I think I could just hook up with girls here and it would be fine. How many people, I need to know, Natasha, what's your opinion on that? Is it cool I start bringing girls back here? Because the upstairs, I don't think my mom, her legs, she can't walk up the stairs. It's a freaking mansion. So she can't walk up the stairs. I could sneak a girl in, hide the boots upstairs, do what we got to do. Hasn't worked so far. I tried once here, and that's fine. Didn't want to do it. Felt weird, could hear downstairs. And then another girl didn't even come over. So, and these are both, it's Brampton, so they're both brown girls who are like, yeah, your mom's in the house. No. You know what I mean? I feel like with a white girl, you could get away with it, but they're not really around here. And it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be comfortable for everyone. Because look at this. Look, this is my studio. It's pretty sexy. Like, the impression in here is like, you know what? Sick. And I have a gym. Olympic level weights. I'll post a little bit of that today too. Olympic level weights. I have the 45-pound Olympic bar. And we got some beautiful music like this. And we could just jam out here. You know what I'm saying? I could jam out with y'all. And we could do more and more. You know what? 4 Hour Life, you're right. I got to do more gym videos. I don't have a bench yet. So I might have to go get a bench and then I'll come back with the bench videos. Yeah, why not? God is great. See you later in the podcast. Where is this? See you later. Amish, great podcast as always. Thanks, baby. Love you. Anime Wolf. Talking about comfortable, that sweater looks comfy AF. Dude, this sweater, let me tell you, I'm at Target and I just did a Patel Jedi mind trick on the girl at the cashier. It was not, I got this for like $8 or something. It was like $50. And I went down there to visit some cousins who always do the old pull the sticker off of something you sell, put it over here. And I was like, I could do that. But the Patels are abundant. I think we've moved beyond this. We are very abundant. So I said, what else can I do? I just walked up and I said, I think it's on special. And then the girl goes, oh, I got it. It's on special. $8. God is great. That's what happens. You do that's the Patel Jedi mind trick. It is disrespectful to your mom. I'm a black girl and I won't have sex with a mom in the house. Natasha Razor. Here's the thing. My mom wants me to get married so bad though. Like she really wants me to get married. Like when I tell her like, okay, I have my apartment now. I'm paying rent. I got to get back there. She's just like, what? Just stay. She doesn't say it, but she's just about to be like, just bang someone. You want to bang people here? It's fine. I feel like she's this close to saying it. But Natasha, I get what you're saying. It's disrespectful. I wouldn't. Can I just say this for the culture, for the community before we check out this Stevenson, and then I go? I just want to say this for the culture, for the community, that like, it seems like this culture says that everyone has to have their own house and their own space and their own thing. And sometimes I wonder, like, is this whole everyone owning their own house thing, is it realistic economically? Like, I saw a great documentary about how Reagan, during the Reagan era, they made this up because they just wanted to boost the economy another generation. So they were like, they essentially invented a real estate market. This is what I've heard. And I feel like that real estate market is going to crash in our lifetimes. And I feel like a real charge that I need to lead is becoming, and I think I could do this as a loving kindness coach, is becoming like not sexually so open that you're, touching your parent. Like that's messed up. Obviously that's weird. But like this whole idea that everyone has to buy their own house in this economy, with the economy and the housing market that the millennials are going into, everyone has to have their own place. Everyone has to have their own house. How about we just start banging in our mom's houses, people? And I'm saying this across the board. I think this should be a new revelation because, this is one thing I found with brown people is that they're so ashamed of sex that they hide who they're dating from the parents, right? So I know a lot of girls, they've ended up with like abusive guys, weird guys that are like, hurtful, mean to them, hurtful, whatever. And because they have to live this secret double life where nobody knows, Now I feel like black people are way cooler than that. And I feel like y'all will do that. But then there is this mentality of like, okay, don't bang in the mom's house. Okay, fine, fair enough. Jacoby Napier, that was not intentional, Natasha. Please forgive me. Oh, what did you do? I didn't even see what you did. 4 Hour Life. Nah, man. Asians stay in the parents' house. It has its perks. 4 Hour Life. You know what I'm saying, homie? Growing up, this is what the Patel community, I'd go to these Patel conventions and they say, these are white people all broke, no money, stupid. The white people don't have money. Why? Because, I have to have a girlfriend and change my house and buy it's like, dude, what's this separate apartment? You're single. And I know so many miserable people. And then I know so many people where they get their own house, have kids, got to get a babysitter. Then they got to put the parents in an old age home. Then they're depressed. They have to go to a therapist. Let's cut out some of these middlemen here. Maybe hanging out with your parents is kind of like having a therapist. Now, here's the thing. Anime Wolf says team banging mom's house. Well, let's not. Okay, well, no, you know what? Let me make my case. Let me keep making my case. And let's just put this up as like a thing here. Banging mom's house. Video essay. Let's do this and say, look, banging mom's house. Some people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. Natasha obviously wants me to be respectful. Honestly, a lot of women, like my mom has a friend who comes over a lot to play cards with her. And she has one friend like this. She has one friend who's trying to like poke at me and be like, well, you're a nice mama's boy, huh? And I'm like, I mean, we're cool. We're not like crazy. We're not like weird touchy with each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's mama's boy exactly? She has nothing to do all day. My dad died 2 years ago. She's going to go crazy here by herself. Even my sisters are saying like, just move out. Who cares? Don't talk to her. I'm like, she's going nutsos by herself. I'm going to be over there. I really need to be focusing. Really, my future is on this YouTube channel. And I do need to, meaning like just figuring out some way to make this work. You know what I'm saying? and at this time I'm going to go move into a house. It's like my attitude is, why don't we turn this into a YouTube house? It's like one room's done. I think other people could live here. Honestly, if I get other YouTubers living in here, then banging in a mom's house is not so disrespectful, is it? Come on. Because if people are renting rooms in the house, you can't say like, oh, no sex. Hey, watch the language, Robert. Natasha is not wrong. I married a black girl. I had to lie and say my mom's house was mine. That was 17 years ago, though. Oh, Robert. Yeah, okay, so you're agreeing with her. Okay, fine, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it might be a cultural thing. You know what I mean? Like brown people, like Asians in general, it's like, save money for the business. That's the whole attitude. Is like, why aren't you saving money for the business? And when I was growing up, like I said, I go to the Patel convention, and they would tell us at the Patel conventions even. And I'm calling it a Patel convention, but really it's like my cousin's house. We're just at a friend's house, a cousin's house, whatever. And they would be like, say, white people, no money, paycheck to paycheck, no money. That was their whole thing, right? And not a whole thing, but like they would say that. And I'm like, sometimes I worry about it, you know? Sometimes I worry about that like maybe right now the thing to do is not move apartments. Maybe right now the thing to do is make this pop, you know? And by the way, thanks everyone for coming. 21,000 people here in the crowd. You know what? It's like it's really beautiful in a way that like I have the balls to do this. Like most people can't do it. And you know what I mean? Especially when there's people coming in the comments be like, Steven's not here. This sucks. I'm leaving. It's like, hey, go. It's fine. That's the mentality you need. That's the only way you could survive this thing. Because people are going to go, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I got to still rip. The karmas must be done. And if the karmas are done correctly, then like an airplane, like as it's crashing, you just take the airplane, go, and you go up. That's where we're at right now. That's where we all are. So thank you all so much for being here, supporting this culture, supporting this community. I got some ripper topics for next week, but I just want to check out this Ian Stevenson. Let's do a quick thing. Ian Stevenson, you said, right? Theosophical Society. Oh, this guy's right up my alley. I love it. The science of reincarnation. That's so funny. Ooh, 46 minutes ago. Yo, your boy Russell Brand just put out a video on this too. That shows how relevant we are. We started an hour ago and we did the rip. God is great. Let's see. New Thinking Aloud, Theosophical Society. Dude, this guy rips. I love it. I already know Reincarnation 108. Damn, dude. I just wish there was like a shorter video. Wow, what a throwback. Hey, good call on this clip. This looks tight, and this looks like we can do a great Natasha saying go to the Natasha, she's deaf. And she wants me to bang people so that I marry one of them or get someone pregnant. Natasha, we do it. We got to get your approval on this. This is just date a girl with an apartment. No, good call, Natasha. That's true too. But honestly, I like the idea of like, because then we could just eat the food too. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we just treat this like an apartment in the house? People are going to be like, grow the fuck up, dude. What are you doing? Babaji, as far as both the girl and the mom are good about it, I see no issue. Go for it. Antonio Svezia, God is great, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Robert Watkins. No, you know what it is? It's like, you got to just watch that you're not becoming a goofball. Like, I know some goofball cousins who are mama's boys, and like, they can't leave. They go somewhere and they go, Mom? Where's Mom? Where's Mom? And it's like, bro, you're 40, right? Like, just cool it. You can't have an anxiety attack every time your mom's not here. You're no, not 40. I know a 30-year-old who's like that because the parents just coddle them too much. But I left for 10 years. I've been out of the house. Really, we can blame this on COVID. That's the beauty of it. We can blame the whole thing on COVID. And she broke her pelvic bone last month. So I had to carry her around. She was my baby. For a whole month, I had to carry around like my baby. That does sound mama's boy. But listen, you got to. You know what she did? She called me. She's like, Amish, come home. I fell. And I'm like, me and my sisters are so cold-blooded with her sometimes. We're just like, Mom, stop the drama. I have a life. You don't tell me what to do. Like, we were like, I was so ready to go into it. But because of my loving kindness training, I didn't rip her like that. But anyway, she's just like, you gotta come home. She really broke her pelvic bone. Like it's fractured, and I did have to carry her around. And I kept saying it. Like, I'm like, oh, she's my little baby. Oh, tables have turned, my little baby. And she thought it was so silly. She was a jerk when I was a kid, by the way. And I told her that too. I was like, when I was a kid, you used to smack me around. You look how nice I am. Say thank you to the Buddha. I told her. She was like, yeah. But you know, she told me, this is what she told me. So when I get home, she broke her pelvic bone. I get home. She's in the middle of the living room. She's just walking, and it's like this bone right here. She's walking, falls in the middle of the living room. She's out, middle of the living room. She crawls all her strength to crawl to the other side. She cracked it at 2. She uses all her strength to get to the other side. She's like crawls over, gets on this side. Both phones are on the other side of the room. I guess she didn't look back. So then she had to get down. So it took her an hour to get to this side. She took it. Then I think she did the second side quicker. But she crawled to the other side, calls me. I had to go home and get her. Listen, this is going to happen to all the parents, man. Bolt says, tell us about your dad. Daddy was great too. Mama needs grandchildren, LOL. I guess so. Industrial blinds, true. Barack the alchemist. At least pay your mother for her services. She's rich. That's the other fucked up thing, dude. She's so rich. But I did just throw her $1,000 US for, you know, like we went and she paid for a couple of things. I was just like, here, just take 1,000, dude. You're hooking me up. And she's like, there's nowhere else to put the money. Just take it. She's actually telling me you take money because you know what she actually told me once? She's like, if you get married, we'll give you a $5,000 a month account. And I'm like, you're crazy. You're crazy. But that would be a good commercial for Tinder. You know what I'm saying? Like if I made a trailer, that would be pretty silly. But listen, what are you going to do? It's like, it's coming. It's there. She has nothing to do with it. She's like brainwashed Patel cheap. She won't leave the house. She's a millionaire. Nowhere to spend the money. She can't, even if she traveled nonstop for the rest of her life, there'd still be like $2 million left over. What the hell is she going to do with the money? She has nothing to do with it. She just is like, hang out, dude. So anyway, sister's always like that. Haha, it is duty. It is, yeah, listen. And again, like as someone said, grandma needs grandchildren. Well, how does gram get grandchildren? If I'm not banging in the house, you know what I'm saying? So she's kind of getting there herself. She's kind of getting there. And we lost like 5 people. We probably lost Natasha because honestly, we are a 90%, 95% boys on this TV show. But what I'm saying right now, like a lot of guys are like, yeah, dude, you could do it. It's fine. Women are like, I hate you. You're disgusting and I hate you. Like there's some women like that. Bro, I will marry your mom for $5,000. No, she wouldn't. Yehuvi, it's not, you know. I wish. Honestly, bro, I would get married instantly. That's $5,000. Yeah, $5,000 a month. It's there. It's just there. Then she should pay you for your almighty presence. Haha. No. You don't have to pay me. No. I try to throw her some money. I try to buy her shit. You know what I mean? But it's not, it's like, she doesn't care. She's like, just take the, you know what I mean? She doesn't care. I got timed out. Natasha, for real, you got timed out? Yo, Natasha, here's what I'm going to do. Natasha Razor YouTube. I'm going to make you a thing. Let's figure that out. And then also, I did want to actually ask y'all something. Was it playing? Tell me if the audio is coming in double. I mean, you could probably hear it here. Can y'all hear that audio? It's like I'm playing the beginning of a movie. For Our Life to hire editors. For Our Life, honestly, I don't need to ask her for that. I have that. I can pay. I've been paying an editor. You can't just pay. Here's the thing about art for Our Life. It's not about paying someone. It's like you got to have the right synergy. You know what I'm saying? That's why Japier Nicolby or Nicolby Japier, him editing actually kind of makes sense. But I don't want him to lose interest because The number one thing I need from all of you, it's not your money. It is your loving kindness. It is your awareness. Just like meditation. Meditation, you learn the power of your awareness. You being here, your awareness here, this itself is sustaining it. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you hit the like. And yeah, the monthly donations will go up soon and they'll be very reasonable. But editors are like, yeah, it's not about money. You know, it's about like who's the editor and well, like okay. He has a proper empire. Yeah, I know, I do. Mom gets executive producer credit for the drip. True. Yeah, no. I mean, it is her house. I mean, you just want to be Ty Lopez and never marry. Ty Lopez, there's so many better examples of a never marry guy, Natasha. And you got to go to Ty Lopez. Interesting choice. Okay, question. Can y'all hear this music here? It's like the intro music from the Ian Stevenson video, Dr. Ian Stevenson. And then I'm going to play the screen a little bit. Duke and Don say, God, it's great. Duke and Don just sent us $5 a day. Duke and Don, God, it's great. Okay, tell me if it's double audio.
The disparagement of the immediate surroundings of the child.
This, honestly, I'm so glad you sent this to me. Scientific evidence for reincarnation. I love finding a white guy. I call them the great white gurus. A white guy who converted to Hinduism, and then they're pushing like hard Hindu sciences. Like, look at what this guy's doing. He's making a video, and I bet it's full of scientific evidence.
And something about what the child claims to have done previously.
Great slides.
Let me show you and tell you briefly about one case. I'll give you a kind of feel. Yes.
Speed it up,
this
buddy.
is a child of Lebanon, a Druze. It's a sect originally of Islamic origin. Now they consider themselves separately. She's there about 18 months old, picking up the telephone and calling into it, Layla, Layla, Layla. When she could speak more, she spoke about her previous life as a middle-aged.
I like this. Great topic, dude. Honestly, okay, here's another thing I did want to talk to you all about. Topics-wise, I want to go more spiritual. We're doing a lot of current events. Now, current events have to be like, we got to find the biggest fights and bring it back to, what did Jacoby Napier do? What's happening? Jacoby, what's happening over there? Something happened? Jacoby. Natasha, I thought was a mod along with Yahubi. Oh, sick. Yo, let me add Natasha as a mod, actually. Natasha Razor, while we're all here. Let's add Natasha as a mod. Natasha, I think I know how to do it now. Razor. No. Hold on. Natasha Razor. Raisor. OR. Yes. Subscribed. Yes. Got the Natasha's your YouTube channel is NJ4Cool. Yo, Natasha J Razor 4 Cool. So you're 4 being cool. I get it. I gotcha. Hold on. Let me go into view on YouTube. God is great. Being cool. I get it. Sick. The sound is sick. Yo, tell me this though. Is it playing double audio though when I played that last video? Manage moderators. God is great. And let's add one more moderator. Ah, Natasha Razor, you are a moderator. You're a mod. How's that looking? Uh-oh. Check this out. Share. So let's go to our something nice, some nice. Oh, that's nice. Noir et Blanc V. This is all YouTube music. Noir et Blanc V. They just hook up this music for free. What a great artist. Tell me how that audio feels for y'all. But yeah, was it playing double audio? Can you guys tell me in the comments? It was playing double audio Also, double audio is 85% fine. The power of the wrench, sick. Natasha, you got the wrench, homie. Joshua E, do you plan on doing any comedy shows in the U.S. sometime? I live in Michigan and would love to go to your show. Joshua, as I was saying to Danny, it does feel a little bit like I got to focus on this and make it pop. And I think the key to making it pop is, okay, it's got to be spiritual. I think spiritual scams, but spiritual also beliefs, and leaning into it, finding the good reaction videos like this Ian Stevenson video, fantastic. This is exactly the kind of shit I need. I can watch it. We can talk about reincarnation. And it's interesting because it does seem to me like the news politics scene is full of people like me who are trying to do commentary, and it's hard to stand out, I feel like, in that arena. It can be hard to stand out. Although I don't want to stop doing newscasts, and I don't want to stop, bringing the culture together on these issues of loving kindness. Natasha Razor says, thanks. Of course, Natasha, you're here. You're part of the culture. I love it. 4 Hour Life, 85% fine, eh? Bolt, you want to get one too? Amish, don't approve. I'm too wild to be mad. What? Jacoby Napier, it's okay. What's up? You're welcome, Amish. Have fun. Reincarnation is real. We live in a special world. Yeah, no, and I was saying this in the last Putin video I put up. This life is supposed to be a simulation, apparently. It is. We are in the Leela. We are gods playing a video game, and we're all supposed to play with each other. And that's so I do want to lean into that a little more. Yeah, as a comedian and as a meditation coach, I almost want to, we've been kind of touching it. Jacoby Napier says, I like the political banter. Listen, it's not like I'm moving away from political banter, though. I do like the idea of talking about the left and the right, and even with Russia, Ukraine. I'm giving a unique loving kindness perspective. Nobody has my perspective. If you think about it, everyone's saying pick one team, pick the other. I guess there is quite a few people saying hey, NATO's moving in on them. I'm not the only one to come up with that. I obviously got it from this old lecture from John Merschenheimer 6 years ago. He said that. And it is a very valid opinion. And Danny is actually from Ukraine, or his parents are from Ukraine, I guess. And he also agrees that NATO has been pushing in, but then we've also had Ed Lachinsky on. Ed Lachinsky bringing his Ukrainian perspective and being there himself and saying you know what, he's not about that. Ed Lachinsky's not feeling that. Ed Lachinsky's saying, Putin's so evil that you have to have NATO there. So these are complex issues, but really nobody else has the loving kindness perspective like me, because most people think that they have to pick one or the other. That's the problem. And really, I think we can. So I think I'm going to keep hitting the political issues with this, loving kindness, loving kindness, loving kindness. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't we coming together on this? Actually, I got to talk about the Don't Say Gay bill. We might have to do another emergency broadcast tomorrow for the Don't Say Gay bill, because I do have to go soon. I'm mentoring a young writing student. You know that I am a Canadian Screen Award winner, the Writers Guild Award winner. And as such, they assigned me a kid that I'm helping. I'm writing a TV show too, that I also have to work on. But 3:30, I am actually mentoring this kid, and he might be here actually. But I'm mentoring this kid on a TV show that he's writing. I'm calling him kid. I think he's 21 years old, so maybe he's not a kid. I don't know. Geopolitics might be your lane. Our channel exposes fake dating coaches, but we're switching over to politics and economics. You'll do great, Amish. You've got the personality for it. Duke and Don. So 100%. Listen, we're not walking away from politics. And listen, we got to do one of these days. We got to have an ashram meeting all together, because wait, I don't think the wire's long enough. Hold on. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's get the work done. Let's get it done. Tell me if the audio cuts out for 1 second. Hold. How does that sound, everyone? Does that sound okay? Also, there we go. Okay, so we have that. Let's play a little music. There we go. Let's have a little writing meeting here, actually. Why don't we all have a little writing meeting? God damn it. Let's go. So, because we really are, this is a community effort. Instead of asking you for your money and asking you for like labor of editing, which by the way, Jacoby, if you really want to do it, message me. You know what I mean? But don't let it hurt hurt your experience of the show. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we do have to politics. Listen, politics is not something we're letting go of here. I want that to be very clear. We're not walking away from politics. But I do feel like the spiritual community is heavily lacking. You know what I mean? They have the truth. And it's not like I'm not a true believer. I think 4 Hour Life mentioned something earlier. Can everyone hear me okay, by the way? You need to ride trendy topics. Okay. So politics is there. War propaganda, public forgiveness. Right now, I got 3 war propaganda videos sitting in the thing. And it would be great to just constantly, as a loving kindness coach, say, hey, this is how they're trying to get you. War is a racket. And they got to sell you on it. And these guys are trying to sell you on the war. You know what I'm saying? So I have 2 or 3 clips coming out like that. So war propaganda, politics, we're not touching that. Now, you have social justice. That also, I think anything with fighting, we have an angle there. We have something to say there as a loving kindness coach. Our ashram, our congregation can have lots to say there. But I do want to make sure that we're moving heavy into the spiritual community, right? And what does that mean? Scams. And also, someone said before, Duke and Don, geopolitics might be your lane. Our channel exposed. Now, geopolitics is very interesting too, because then you're getting India, Pakistan. Fair enough. Let's put let's put like geo is a whole other angle. Geopolitics. This is a great writing room, actually. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you. May you be free. May you be at peace. Yeah. May you be happy. Oh, wow. Beautiful. May you be happy. May you be at peace. May you be free. Yeah. Free from suffering. Free from suffering. And that's very important. Spiritual scams. And then, of course, love advice. Thank you. Great writing room here. Love advice. Yeah. 100%. Love advice. And we got to set up that call-in center. We want to start getting those call-ins going, because just listen to this music. Can you imagine 9 o'clock at night, maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night? People are calling in. They're saying, hey, I have dating issues. I have this, that, whatever. Then after all this is done, then the next thing is The Good Hindu, which is a vegetarian cooking show. Veggie cooking show. Yeah. So this is where we got to go now. We got to do the love advice on the call-ins. Now this, we can have all kinds of rehabs here. Divorce rehab, the heartbroken, you're heartbroken, do a rehab on that. We can have people come in and listen with this community here. I think this community here with y'all, I think we could really make people feel better in the culture, in the community, make them feel like, hey, you're not alone. You are loved. You have the unconditional love of the Buddha, and you have the unconditional love of the Drip community. You have the unconditional love of the Drip community. Politics mixed with spirituality. Prayer can bring peace to the mind. 100%. We have to pray for peace. It's like listen, that could be my publicity stunt. I go to the political offices and I say, we have to do a loving kindness meditation, and that's it. And in the loving kindness meditation, you have to wish love on your enemy. It sounds crazy. The culture won't understand it yet, but I think I have the teachings and I can bring this message to the community. And I hope y'all are with me while I do it. But anyway, I got to go. I do love you. You are loved. God is great. Make sure you add me on Instagram. Make sure you're supporting the channel anyway. Especially with the meetup.com/Love Oracle. This is my meditation show. So sign up for that if you're interested in loving kindness meditation. We do go into your heart. We heal you from within. It's a beautiful teaching. It's a powerful teaching. And I think, especially if you're still here, you probably really enjoyed that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm at Fade to Brown. Keep sending me topics though. This Ian Stevenson guy, I'll check out that video and I'll do a review for it in the next couple of days. If not, Mondays 1 p.m. is our main live stream, so you can come in over there. And like I said, love you. Remember that you are loved and God is great. And Spicy Kirby, you've been here the whole time. Love you. Anime Wolf, God is great. 4-Hour Life, big supporter. Yehuvi has been here from the beginning. As a growing community, I would risk it. Wait, a thing in terms of agreement. They even say don't talk about politics. Yeah, no, honestly, Yehuvi, that's another reason why maybe politics is tough, because in the YouTube thing, every time I upload a video, they're like, oh, is it hot button? They're constantly demonetizing everything. Burak the Alchemist, can you rate the wives of pickup artists? I don't know. That would not be very loving kindness of us, brother. But I do think it's funny that he does that. It's so ridiculous. Jacoby and Napier, my girlfriend likes when we talk about Kanye. Maybe the celeb romance stuff will bring in more ladies. Dude, love advice. Honestly, love advice. This is where we do celeb romance. And this is where we can do the Rumi Oracle cards. Because I started doing tarot on Kanye, and let me tell you, the number one person is going to watch Kanye. All right? Robert Watkins sounds okay. Thanks, buddy. Mr. Q, not going to say it. Duke and Don, thanks for the donos, buddy. Thanks for the donos, guys. I really appreciate that. And Duke and Don, send me your channel. I'd like to see it. I'd like to come on. If you do that, I'm not sure, but that would be great. Duke and Don, sending more love and kindness to the congregation. Shout out to Mitch. Thanks, baby. Love you. Bolt, you are loved. Robert Watkins, Yehuvi. If I missed anyone, please forgive. Leah was here earlier. Didier Munya Barenzi is here. Mac23806. Yeah, thanks, everyone. That is the end of our broadcast. Peace.